Wait.
Mountain Dew dealer.
That's
Yeah.
what we're opening with.
Yeah,
Mountain
so
Dew
Mountain
dealer.
Dew's banned in Japan and the EU because it contains bromine.
Well,
And
we're
bromine
live.
can be made into flame
Oh.
retardant.
And Oracle
Hi.
does. Yep.
Immediately.
The thing is, they're just allergic to flavor and fun.
That is the most American sentence I've ever heard in my fucking life.
I want to chuck a hot dog underwater.
We will grant you honor.
If I want to eat fried butter, that's my
What is
business.
happening to my chat? DR,
2Q2
Mega Hydrate freaking
VSUS
gifts,
919 has gifted
what
a
is with
sub
you
to
guys concentrating
Schmidticat.
your chaos right at the top of stream? Like, good lord.
Yeah, that's what in the middle of the scene.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, Galaxy, why would you do
If you
this?
squirt water at your screen, it usually calms it down. Hit
Don't
him with
slurp
the
it,
spray
don't
bottle.
slurp it, please. I beg
No,
of you,
shoot.
do not slurp it.
Yeah, you're not wanted here.
Okay, get off for a second.
I'm
Doing slurping ASMR.
No,
No,
Jack.
please,
No.
Hello.
please
Stop. Do not. Please, do not.
Muting too slow while he does the slurping ASMR. How's everyone
I
doing
will
today?
cry under my desk. That's just sounds
Wait,
like
how
drowning
is
noises.
Sunday, how will you cry under your desk if you have a hob with beans on it underneath your desk?
I don't have beans under my desk. Well,
No.
technically I do, but like
I
not.
love her desk.
And two souls actually drowning.
Goodness gracious.
As you should.
No?
Drown, queen.
This is what you get for,
No.
for all the concentrated redeems.
Hydrate.
Concentrated. Da, da, da. 58. Da, da, da. No
Oh.
repeat. Da, da, da. Our hesitation.
Water burps.
Da, da, da.
Butter burps.
Water burps.
Oh,
Those do not
Water
taste good.
burps?
They do not
I'm
taste
still
good.
stuck
Yeah,
when you
there's
say.
a little taste of my dinner still back in there, so.
Oh. I'm gonna chunk this.
Water burps are for the inferior.
King shaming water burps? The fuck?
Yes.
Is that what's
And-
happening?
Anyways, we're gonna get right into this. We're in the second part of the first day of trial. We were able to sort of dissect a little bit what Gumshoe was saying. We got through Old Bag's testimony, and now we're gonna be calling up Adrian Andrews to stand, and we're gonna see what we can do. So, why'd you?
And I was a child.
But
Oh.
too cute. What are you doing? What?
Egg
Hi,
salad
thank
in
you.
I
particular.
apologize,
Hello.
Chelsea. St. Pierre's too cute hit a wrong button. It looks like. Apparently,
Oh.
accidentally timing out Chelsea of Dubs. Why'd you go and do that? She said hey to you, and you had to go and time her out. Why did you have to go do that?
Galaxy, Beat Rice, and Pod are either late or
You know
not.
what?
Wow.
So we're gonna have to
judge
be
Wow.
GQ because I've done that before.
Wow, how dare.
You,
I mean, my-
you go to hit the reply button and you accidentally hit the timeout button.
Mm.
I mean, in my defense,
Yeah.
I did accidentally once ban. I think it was Galaxy from my chat because my Mix It Up bot was not set up properly.
maybe don't try to like moderate with the mobile app. It's
This
maybe
is arrived.
probably
Oh, I
the
wasn't
best thing.
using the mobile app. I was using fucking Mix It Up.
Yeah,
I just didn't set it up
Who the
right.
hell
I
is
was
that?
yelling more too cute. Hey, Pod, how you doing?
Hello.
All right, so we are gonna jump right into the trial.
Ooh.
Ugh, still got water burps. Okay, cool. All right, we're gonna just kill the camera and do this thing, and actually save this time. Yay me!
Oh, well, look at the
Because we
Discord
literally
stream, huh?
forced you to.
And you're gonna have to keep doing that.
Yep.
All right.
Dude, I can't believe that Adrian. No way, not cool. And collected Adrian Andrews.
She is your manager. It would have been very easy for her to pull this off. The only person who had easy access to the knife you used at dinner was, well, her.
So after the ceremony, during the break, huh? I was sleeping like a log the entire time.
See, she could have also easily planted that blood-covered button in your Akama.
Huh. Because she was the one that came to wake me up. Then, dude, You're saying it really was her?
Yes, she is the real killer. She is the one who murdered Juan Corrida.
But why? I thought she had thought she was buds with Juan.
I thought
If I could
I thought she had earbuds with Juan.
I thought she had earbuds. She had AirPods in. She couldn't be the killer.
She has her own agenda.
Her own agenda? What are you talking about?
You're sounding dumber than me. I'm sure you'll see by the time this trial's over. It'll be alright. I'll get you acquitted by the end of today.
Get me a verdict that is refreshing like a spring breeze. Okay, Mr. Lawyer Dude? Even though I clearly know your name, I'm just gonna continuously call you that?
It was me. Ophaz was Mia, so who wants to take Mia? Nobody jump
Okay.
Nobody jump in the air for it, okay?
Phoenix. You think her motive is related to Celeste Impact's missing suicide note, right?
Yes. Miss Andrews depended on Miss Impacts as her strength and reason to live. But then Miss Impact suddenly killed herself. It sounds like she left a suicide note, and the person thought to have hidden it.
Is Juan Corrida the victim of this murder?
And that's why I think Miss Andrews got close to Mr. Corrida. All to get the suicide note back.
That sounds plausible. But one thing bothers me.
Is it because you're using a child to channel through that? Is that why
forgot about
something
that.
bothers you?
Who was it that first told us about their relationship? Better stated, Miss Andrews' dependency issues with regards to Miss Impact's?
It was Edgeworth.
Like he's still the one in command of the ship. Don't let your guard down yet.
Fan going super hot. There we go.
Court will now reconvene. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you please.
Oh god, who was Edgeworth?
That was
It was Beat Rice.
it was
I
Beat
believe.
Rice. So
The prosecution calls the witness subpoenaed by this court, Miss Adrian Andrews, the person who discovered the crime in Mr. Juan Corrida's room.
are you gonna be able to do both here, Mikey?
Oh,
Yes, I will try.
oh no.
What is your occupation?
I can't see the text.
I read my line. I am the manager of the defendant in this case, Mr. Matt Ungard.
I see. Now then.
Before we begin, Your Honor, I have one request.
Yes, sure. What is it?
I'm sure everyone in this room is wondering the same thing, and would love to find out more about my relationship with the victim. After all, it was the topic of a certain weekly magazine recently.
No, I have no idea what you mean. I've never even heard of Gossip Girl.
You just exposed yourself, you fool.
If the judge was ever a prosecution witness, he'd do all my work for me.
I hate that that's correct.
Anyways, I was wondering if you could please tell us about your relation to the victim. Yes, I was seeing Mr. Corrida. I was also aware of the rivalry that existed between Matt and Juan, but this was a private matter between Juan and myself.
So it was a fry and bait matter? Or was that bait and fry? Reminds me of fishing.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my God.
You know your wife used to take you fishing.
Gosh.
Just get over
Why
her.
is it like last trial, like judge seems somewhat competent, got through the trial okay, and then after recess he's like, here, what's judging? I don't know what that means.
My brain hurt.
But I didn't kill him. No one is accusing you of that.
I am.
I was about to say that. I think there's someone who would beg to differ.
Nope. Assistance.
I think we all understand your relationship with the victim now, Miss Andrews.
Very well then. Witness, please testify to the court about what happened when you discovered the murder that had taken place. When I found the body. It was time for the show to start, so I went to go get Matt from his room. After that, I went to Juan's room. And there was his dead body. I was in shock. What I saw was, naturally, the exact same scene in the crime scene photo. I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice.
What?
You see, you already see the problem.
Yeah. Okay.
You poured yourself a glass of juice?
Yeah. Sadly, I don't remember not to touch things at the scene of a crime, even though that is literally the most fucking obvious thing.
Girly pop, what
And-
the fuck?
And I disturbed the crime scene by moving this one thing. And that is when the fingerprints on the wine glass. What? Wait, hang on. Did I read that wrong? No, I think I read that right. Were made, Your Honor. I didn't see the last sentence. That's my bad.
Hold on 1 second. Alright, there you go.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Wasn't looking for your permission.
Phoenix. She is one cool and collected customer, and she has the brains to match.
Yes, I know.
In order to catch a person like her, you have to avoid head-on confrontations. You should disrupt her pacing.
Got it. Baseball bat. I mean, disrupt your basement.
Wait a minute.
Hydrate.
I don't think that. Good job, Galaxy. Yeah, Drake Fearson. She's the type of woman who is easily thrown off by things inconsistent with her thinking. So you have to attack her when she least expects it, not with a baseball bat.
Oh. Damn.
The instant you let up on your offense is the instant this trial is over. Again, I mentioned not with the baseball bat.
Is the
Understood.
knife okay?
Okay, it was just a suggestion. You don't have to keep going on it.
You can suggest things just without a baseball bat.
It was time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. After that, I went to Juan's room. And there was his dead body. I was in shock. What?
You were in shock?
What? Was I not supposed to be?
Miss Andrews is a very calculating person. And despite how close they were, I doubt she had romantic feelings for Mr. Karaita.
Anyone randomly stumbling upon a dead body would be in shock. And you can't seriously expect that a young beauty like her would not be shocked. That is like the least Edgeworth sentence I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Somehow, I don't think beauty has anything to do with being shocked or not.
I see. How many times are you gonna say I see? My gosh.
What I saw was, naturally, the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo. I felt as though I was about to faint, so I did something stupid and poured myself a glass of juice apparently.
Hold it!
Who the fuck read the script?
Juice?
Yes. There was a bottle of tomato juice on the table, so I helped
Oh.
myself. I said it that way because I feel like that's the way she would say it.
Okay.
Pod, if she were a ugly hag, then maybe. Edgeworth, probably.
God.
But you didn't drink any of it, did you?
Huh?
There were no lip marks left on this wine glass to suggest that anyone drank from it.
I wasn't feeling terribly great, so I set the glass down without drinking it.
Miss Andrews, I would like to confirm with you one time. When you discovered the dead body of one Karaita, you were in great shock. And that's when you poured yourself the glass of juice, correct?
And what of it? My mind really was a complete blank at the time.
Your mind was a complete blank. I didn't think that was possible for you.
Aren't you rude today? I was so dazed that I made one careless mistake. That one thing.
What one thing?
Never mind. It's no big deal. Yes, it was.
What was she
but
starting
you know,
to say just now? Miss Andrews! I'm convinced that you, as you said, you made a mistake at the scene of the crime.
Yes.
What I really want to know is what this mistake was.
Actually, so would I. I'm sorry, it's kind of embarrassing. When I set the glass down on the dresser, I accidentally knocked the flower vase over. What is that outfit she's wearing?
Flower vase? Are you talking about the one on the floor in the crime photo? This mess of glass shards?
It was originally on top of the dresser, but when I bumped into it with my elbow, Newton's third law came into effect and it fell onto the guitar case. Damn. Why did you withhold such an important piece of information? I'm sorry. I thought that since the crime scene was already in disarray, that people would assume the vase was just another part of the mess, which I mean technically it is.
It looks like yet another fact has come to light here. Please add this and anything else you have to reveal to your testimony.
I'm sorry, but I have nothing more to add. I didn't touch anything else. I don't fucking believe that for a second. I was the one who knocked over the flower vase, where it fell onto the guitar. My attorney's badge.
Objection! You testified that you knocked the flower vase over. Is that correct?
Do you have fucking AirPods in your ears or something? That's exactly what I said.
And are you sure it fell onto the guitar case?
Is there some problem with what I said?
It's not some problem. It's a major problem. It's true that the top of the guitar case was wet with water. However, that's exactly what is so strange. Miss Andrews, you testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case. However, if that was true, the case should have gotten wet on the inside, not the outside.
Featuring
That's
Sunday
very
as
true.
the current.
That's true.
Furthermore, there is one other strange thing about this guitar case.
And what is that? Stop stuttering.
Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. The remains of the vase are scattered on the floor. What is wrong with that?
That was the judge.
Oh, well, I took that line. If the guitar case was open when the vase fell, the glass shard should be inside, not outside the case.
Ah. Objection! What is your point, right? That the case was closed at the time the vase was knocked over. Sorry, my brain died for a second there. Is that all?
Objection! No! Think back to when Miss Andrews testified to. She said that other than the vase, she didn't touch anything else.
Yes, that's right. She did implicitly say that she didn't touch the guitar case.
But this whole matter with the guitar case is a dead end. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. It has no bearing on this case at all.
that may very well be. However, the empty guitar case does seem to have no relation to the case, is it?
It seems that there is no deeper meaning to the guitar case. Well, Mr. Wright, do you think we need to hear more details about the guitar case?
Make her testify!
The way you said that was perfect.
The empty guitar case. I believe this is a crucial piece of the puzzle.
Ha! I can't believe anyone would reach for straws like that, but this is you.
Even the cute little bendy straws with the multiple colors.
No.
I
Like, they
can't
don't
believe
make
it's
those
not
wi-
butter.
They don't make those in Canada anymore, so I don't get those.
Can't believe I'm doing this either.
Alright, I'll follow along. For now.
You've always followed along.
Help.
Alright, guilty. Miss
Wait.
Andrews, please testify to the court about the guitar case.
Yes, Your Honor. The guitar case. I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed, seeing a dead corpse. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. It's not that big of a deal though, right? The case was empty after all. As for why I opened the case, even I don't know.
It looks like this really wasn't a very important point.
This wastefulness is such a familiar feeling by now, it's almost comforting.
Anyway, I'll just go ahead and start the cross-examination.
Yeah, you do that.
Using any ways to change the topic, a convenient escape for a weak man.
Oh, you.
Oh.
Are you going to deny it though, right? I'm not
I
hearing
don't
it
remember
yet.
too clearly because I was a bit dazed. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. My attorney's bench.
Objection! There is no way you were the one who opened the guitar case.
Why would you say that?
It's elementary, my dear.
When did you become Sherlock Holmes?
And why are you so bad
Because
at it?
the only fingerprints on this case are those of the victim.
Huh?
What is it, Miss Andrews?
You shouldn't assume that I must have left prints just because I touched the case.
I mean, that's what's supposed to happen.
What do you mean?
What if I were to tell you that I were wearing gloves at the time? I
Gloves?
probably should have mentioned that at the beginning of this, but
But why would you be wearing gloves at the time?
It was the night of the award ceremony, and my hands were cold. Is that fucking okay with you?
No.
So of course I dressed up for the occasion. Yes, now I remember. I'm almost sure I was wearing a pair of thin gloves.
I see, for the 17th time. Well, Mr. Wright, it seems the witness was wearing gloves at the scene of the crime.
That's strange. You're wearing gloves. Not just a little strange.
Why is that strange, Mr. Wright? Do you have something that would prove that I was not wearing gloves at the time? My attorney's I'm gonna make that joke every time.
I have your proof right here. Care to take a sip? This wine glass.
Yeah, sure, thank you very much. The wine glass.
You left your fingerprints very clearly on this wine glass.
Ah, shit.
Even if you took your gloves off when you poured yourself this one glass of juice, wouldn't you think it was just a little strange that you put your gloves back on just to open the guitar case?
What the fuck happened to my glasses?
Pieces of
I'm
glass
suing
shattering.
the
Pieces of glass
order.
shattering into her
suing
eyes
the
and
glasses
everything.
company.
Order!
Yeah, I'll have a Big Mac with medium
Shut
fry
up.
and
I'll have two number 9s, a number 9 large, number 6 with extra
Move
dip.
along.
Make sure you get the onions off of it if you could. That'd be great.
It'll be $29.60 frick you.
$49.60 frick you. That's an interesting price.
Looks like you hit the nail on the head this time.
What do you mean? I don't understand Craftsman.
He means you
Analogies
hit
there.
the nail on the head this time.
I believe that guitar case plays a very important role here.
But it's just an empty case.
I wonder if it really was empty, though.
But the guitar, the bright red guitar was at the studio.
Phoenix, drop all your presumptions. What was in the guitar case was not the bright red guitar.
You don't mean it was a bright white guitar? Wait, that's not right
Phoenix,
either.
you fucking
Phoenix. I hate this man.
I admit it would be unnatural and stupid for someone to do that. So the witness was not wearing gloves, despite the fact that on the case...
Objection! Your Honor, this is obviously the defense's usual misdirection tactic at work. Steer the court towards an unrelated topic and lure us all into his misguided...
Objection!
Okay.
No, Your Honor. Please recall that Miss Andrews had testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case, which means that the case was closed when the crime took place. However, it is wide open in this photo of the crime scene. I am sure this guitar case has some relation to the murder.
Objection! If you are so sure, right, then I'm sure you could somehow substantiate your outrageous claim, correct?
No.
Please enlighten us. Wow, what the fuck? As to why that guitar case has anything to do at all with this murder.
Oh my god.
Can you do that, Mr. Wright?
Well, let's suppose for a second that
Get
the
out of
bright
here.
red guitar was not the only thing that could have been in the case.
The bright red guitar not being the only thing? You don't mean to suggest that a bright...
Objection! Phoenix literally made that same
There are
fucking point!
so many other colors.
Do you
It could have
intend
been
to push
blue,
their
yellow,
theory
orange, maroon.
that case was empty. Is that it, right?
My god!
I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove. I totally would.
Even if it means you
Explain
have
that
to prove
head
it
of
to
yours.
yourself.
You haven't proven anything yet. Now then, let's have at it. What was inside this case at the time of the murder? My attorney's badge, Lamau. Lotta's photo. What?
This is a photograph.
Look at his photograph.
Yes, but
No.
what is important is what's in that picture, Your Honor.
In this picture?
It doesn't take a genius to see what I mean. What I am
Luckily, I'm
proposing
not a
is,
genius.
inside the guitar case was the Neko Samurai, the hero's very own costume.
What the fuck?
Mumble, mumble.
Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Right. Are you saying the witness opened the guitar case to take out a costume? What insane point would there be to doing something like that?
That insane point would be to wear the costume, of course. Miss Andrews put it on to hide her identity so she could make her escape. After all, you couldn't let anyone see you leave, could you, Miss Andrews?
I refuse to accept your theory.
That's not how
Do you
this
have
works.
anything to support such a preposterous idea?
Just outside the door was an investigative photographer who was starving for a big scoop.
Hi, Lotta.
Ah!
Ah,
What are you doing
she
here?
just pops in the gallery. Hi, it's me. Hi,
She's in
hello.
the gallery. 100% she's in that fucking gallery.
He jumped into the juror's booth.
Exactly.
And in the end, she managed to get this shot, correct?
You mean this photo?
Look at this photograph.
No. Order. Ordeer.
Oh dear.
Why does that last one sound like a Canadian saying "oh dear" with a very thick Canadian accent?
I don't know. It looks like we've wandered into quite another mess again, haven't we?
Nice job, Phoenix.
Well, you know my strategy. Speak first, think later.
How the fuck are you still at
Oh
the
my
God.
This man needs to go to jail.
So the real murderer was hiding inside a costume.
Objection! Wait 1 second, Your Honor.
Oh my
The
gosh, Edward,
Nickel
what do you want?
Samurai's costume would have been Mr. Matt Ungard. Why would something of the defendants be in the victim's room? And inside the guitar case of all places?
True. That is a little baffling. Mr. Wright, the court would like to hear your thoughts. What was this Nickel Samurai costume doing inside the guitar case?
Mr. Ungard did not take his costume off during the break period. In that case, the costume we are talking about was a spare one.
What?
Then, are you saying that on the night of the murder, there were 2 Nickel Samurai costumes at the Gatewater Hotel?
Yarp. Yes, that is what I'm
Yarp.
saying.
Yarp. And how do you explain the costume that was inside the guitar case didn't just...
It would mean that the victim herself had bought this spare to the ceremony on purpose. Don't mind me, my brain's doing weird inflections.
But why? The victim, Mr. Corrida, the Jammin' Ninja. Why would he secretly bring the Nickel Samurai's spare costume with him? What could be the reason behind such a peculiar act?
And therein lies the sticking point.
You don't know, do you?
Oh
You
my
know,
God.
objection! What are you mumbling to yourself about now, you buffoon? Have you just been rambling all this time without any sense of inner monologue?
Inner
Why, yes,
monologue.
actually.
It's Phoenix Wright.
Are you kidding me? Inner monologue is my entire mantra. I talk to myself all the time. Huh?
Phoenix inner monologue right.
Huh? No, I just...
Mr. Wright, please explain yourself. Why do you think the victim had the Nickel Samurai spare costume?
Phoenix, are you sure you can explain this one?
Heck no.
Think carefully before you answer, and then answer with gusto. I believe in you.
You believe in the wrong person.
All right. This is what I think. The reason the victim brought the Nickel Samurai spare costume to the hotel was...
What is this?
On the night of the murder, after the stage show, the Nickel Samurai was going to hold a special press conference.
A press conference.
Yes, the Nickel Samurai was supposed to confess something at this conference.
I heard about this as well. For once, you're not making something up, right?
Oh, you.
For once, I agree with Edgeworth.
What struck me as strange was that Mr. Ungard himself said he had no idea he was supposed to be holding a press conference that night.
It's true, man!
But how can that be?
The way I see it, that could only mean one thing. The conference was set up by
I mean,
none
it was a
other
setup.
none other than the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida himself.
The victim?
Yes.
Yes.
The spare Nickel Samurai costume was prepared for that very conference. Mr. Corrida was going to hold the press conference as the Nickel Samurai.
Whack. He was
No
going to
whack.
dress up as the Nickel Samurai and hold a conference? But why would the victim do such a thing?
That's something I don't quite know yet. However, what I am concerned with is right now is what he intended to reveal at that conference.
Mr. Wright, if you would like to know that, why don't you go ask him? Oh wait, he's dead! He was going to confess something. And by confess, I'd wager he was going to reveal something about himself.
which means that one Koraida, posing as the Nickel Samurai, was going to speak about Matt on guard.
Yes, I guess that is what it will mean.
But if that is the case, that's not a confession, that's public disclosure. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what the fuck that means.
That doesn't matter.
Is that relevant in the slightest, Mr. Edgeworth?
I help.
Miss Andrews?
I can see why you are pros at what you do.
Pardon me? Since when
Yes,
are any of us
just-
pros?
Yes, just as you say, the press conference was set up by Juan.
Miss Andrews, please offer us an explanation for this.
No,
Well, heck you then.
I was the one he asked to help set it up. And the person who prepared the second costume for him, that was also me.
You?
Juan had bet everything on the Jammin Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyways.
He was going to ruin him, huh?
It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful.
Black man!
Hold on one second, guys.
Okay.
Checking something on stream. Oh, okay. All right. Sorry. Looked like my stream.
Yeah,
Had
that's
dropped. Looked like my
A-okay.
stream had dropped for a second, but that was just a glitch. Okay.
That it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
Hey, Fee. What?
No, grandma.
Whack, whack, whack. And do you know what this secret of Mr. Unguard's is, Miss Andrews?
That's something only Juan knew. I have no fucking clue what he was gonna say.
Why would you?
They've been having a dick measuring contest for years. God only knows what he could have said.
I see for the 18th time.
I've probably been coming off as quite suspicious to everyone.
Duh.
But that's to be expected. I've been trying to protect Matt after all.
Protect Mr. On Guard?
Whack.
That's the point of my manager.
And yet again, another strange bit of truth comes to light, it seems. Miss Andrews, if you could, please tell us the truth about your behavior.
Yes, Your Honor. I understand.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. Protecting Matt. From the moment I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling that Matt was the murderer. Matt had to kill Juan no matter what. And he didn't have an alibi for what he was doing at the time of the murder. My thoughts were confirmed by the evidence, of course, the button and the knife. But I'm Matt's manager, so I felt that I had to protect him. Where do you cross-examinate that?
This does account for everything.
Not really. Well, I am the logical type. Or like unlogic.
We're finally seeing her true self. She is more nervous than a scared rabbit.
Leave the
If
rabbit
the
alone.
defense can find no fault with this testimony, I am ready to make a ruling. Please keep that in mind as you cross-examine Mr. Wright.
It's like somehow everything has swung to the opposite end of the scale again. That just means I have to put my weight into this and turn her logic upside down.
From the moment I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling that Matt was the murderer.
Hold it! Would you say that that was your intuition speaking to you?
Don't confuse my methods of reasoning with your own, right? If you want to prove that someone did something, you need 3 things.
3 things?
A motive, an opportunity to commit the crime, and finally, decisive evidence. And if you think these 3 things through, the answer becomes quite clear.
You should have already known that. Phoenix.
I didn't know that. I didn't teach
Oh.
that in school.
Oh
It's not
boy.
from what I remember.
Did you go to clown school, right?
Hey,
May I
Pumpkin!
continue?
Good to see you.
Hello.
Good to see you. Waving hello to you as well. You can't see my cam, but I'm waving to you.
May I continue now?
No.
Okay. Matt had to kill Juan no matter what. And he didn't have an alibi for what he was doing at the time of the murder. My thoughts were confirmed by the evidence, of course. The button and the knife.
Hold it! You can hardly call the knife decisive evidence. The fingerprints on the knife could very well be a clever camouflage.
Then what about the button?
The button?
It's clear from the crime scene that the victim and the murderer fought. And during the fight, the killer ripped off the button from the Jammin' Ninja's costume.
You're talking about this button, correct?
No, actually, that's just a hard-boiled egg that I painted red.
That's
That
fair.
button-
Moving on.
That button was found in the pleats of Matt's Hakama. Isn't that correct? I would like to think that it makes very decisive evidence.
Looks like you are outfoxed again, Mr. Wright.
Anyway, the knife doesn't prove a thing. Please fix your testimony.
There you go, saying anyway again.
I can't stand the sight of a man who can't gracefully accept the defeat. Mia has
Sounds
nothing
like
with
Von
that one.
Karma.
Thank goodness Mia can still look at me.
With the nicey stare.
Wait,
yes.
I just thought that.
Wait,
How'd
what
you
the
know what I
fuck?
was said that?
Did you just read her mind?
Miss Andrews, for Mr. Wright's sake, please add this information to your testimony.
Fine. That button was torn off Juan during his fight with Matt. The Magatama.
I mean, the attorney's badge is kind of a button.
This is the victim's autopsy report. It clearly states that the cause of death was strangulation by a scarf.
Strangulation.
The knife stab to the victim was done after the victim had already died.
And what does that mean?
Let's examine the evidence. The button has
Oh.
the victim's blood on it, which would mean that it was ripped off the costume. When?
After the knife was stabbed into the victim.
Exactly. Which means it is impossible that this button was torn off during the victim's final struggle, because the victim was strangled to death in that fight.
Ah,
That's right, Miss Andrews. There is no way this button was ripped off during the struggle. This button was consciously pulled off the victim's already dead body.
I see you caught a case of the me.
Yep.
Whack, whack, whack. Order. Order. What is the
Objection!
Shut up.
What is the meaning of this, right? That was a
I was
karma
about
move.
to say
That
the
was
same
actually a Von
thing.
Karma move. So what if the button was torn off the body after the victim had already died? What does that change?
Let me ask you one simple question, Mr. Edgeworth. Why was the button torn off? What purpose did it serve?
What purpose?
We know now that this button was not torn off during the fight. So the murderer took the time and effort to purposely rip this from the victim's body. That would mean that the murderer had something in mind, wouldn't it?
I have no comment.
Mr. Wright, does this mean you know what the murderer wanted to do with this button? What was it?
He wanted to buy a soda and he thought it was a coin.
There's only one logical reason for doing something like that. It
You
was to pin
stupid.
the crime on Mr. On Guard. There's no way anyone would put a bloodied button in their own pants. That's right, Mr. On Guard was set up by the real killer, of course.
Whack. And the real murder is... Well, Mr. Wright, who in the world is the real killer then?
But can you spell killer?
No.
I can't believe I managed to bring this trail all the way up to this point.
Neither can anyone else.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
Phoenix, you can't let your guard down yet. Not until the very end.
The real
I wouldn't even
killer,
do it at the very
the
end.
person who planned to frame Mr. On Guard is...
My attorney's badge.
Miss Adrian Andrews. I choose you.
When did this become Pokemon?
Pokemon!
Nope.
Go,
You are
Pikachu.
Mr. Coritis Killer.
What? Damn it, those are the second pair. I'm suing the fucking
Whack,
glasses
whack,
company
whack.
after this.
Order, order, order. Mr. Wright,
Let's just say it was old.
order. This is a very grave matter. Do you have any evidence that supports your charge?
Any evidence?
No.
All the evidence points to Miss Andrews.
How preposterous. Why did I become British? You can't stick any of this on me.
I can't, can I? Would you care to test me?
Then, what about this knife that you claim is useless?
The knife was used to stab the victim after he had already been strangled to death. It was used to throw suspicion onto Mr. On Guard, naturally. The knife covered in the defendant's fingerprints could only be taken from his room. Thank you for the alert, Pumpkin. And the only one who had dinner with him and knew which knife to take was you.
This third pair of glasses, damn it! Then, what about the button that was found in Matt's Hakama?
Didn't we already explain it?
This
I was
button
about
was
to ask
removed
the
from the
same question.
victim's body after he had already died. The only people who could have done so were the person who found his body or the killer. However, if Mr. On Guard was the real killer, there is no way he would have put such incriminating evidence in his own Hakama.
Fourth fucking pair!
The real mystery is how many pairs of glasses she has.
Yes!
The only person who could have put this button into Mr. On Guard's Hakama is the person who went to wake him from his nap, which is you yet again, Miss Andrews.
But can you spell, Miss Andrews?
I see for the 19th freaking time. What about the empty guitar case? We already explained this to you. Absolute dip.
That is another piece of evidence that also incriminates Miss Andrews. That costume was used to hide the real killer's identity as they fled the crime scene. Now, who could have known that there was just such a costume inside the guitar case? It could only have been the person who prepared the costume for the victim. And that person is you, yet again, Miss Adrian Andrews.
Can you spell my name? No, Objection! But Miss Andrews' fingerprints was nowhere to be found on the guitar case, or the knife for that matter. And it was you who proved that she was not wearing gloves at the time.
Exclamation mark. That's right.
Put it on pizza. But yeah, but no, literally, how is there
That's-
no fingerprints of hers?
That's because she did not intend on leaving any prints. If anyone had found out that she had touched the case, they would have asked her why. So, to avoid leaving any prints, she used a towel or something else to open it.
That doesn't explain the knife.
But the glass of tomato juice is a different story. Miss Andrews purposely left her fingerprints on the glass to show that, yes, indeed, she was the classic dazed discoverer of a dead body.
That's like my
And to
favorite
top
pair.
it all off, there is the photo. A photo of the killer as they exited the scene of the crime. No reasonable person on Earth can believe that this Nickel Samurai is Mr. On Guard. He would be much too short for his own costume if it was him.
Luckily, nobody here is reasonable.
Speaking of how
I don't know
tall
what
people
that was.
are, Sunday.
This Sunday.
Miss Andrews, you're also kind of short in stature, are you not?
Please stop.
Well, how about it, Miss Andrews? Got her this time.
Miss Andrews?
I refuse to testify.
What was that?
There's a law. It says I can't be forced to testify about something if it can incriminate me. I plead the fifth is what I am saying.
Well, yes. You are absolutely correct, Miss Andrews. The law does provide us with a way to avoid self-incrimination by allowing a witness to not testify if the testimony can cause damage to themselves.
What?
You should know that. You're a
Pleading the
lawyer.
fifth is not something most people would think to do on the spot. Actually, thinking back to yesterday in Mr. Unguard's room. Oh, here comes Von Karma.
Who was taking over for Ron Karma again?
I think Pod is.
Adrian Andrews.
Yes.
Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood?
I love
I don't
that.
know
I
that
love that so much. That's
I don't
perfect.
know what accent.
All right.
That's good enough.
That was perfect.
All right, my check. I'll expect a check in the mail. See you guys later.
Wait, you're getting paid for this?
That's it. That's when Francesca planted this idea into her head.
I mean,
And I hit the
pleading
save
fifth is
screen
a valid-
accidentally.
I mean, pleading the
Did
fifth
you-
is a valid tactic.
She must have told Miss Andrews to not testify if things look bad.
You did a good job proving everything up to this point, Phoenix. But there's still one thing you haven't done.
Something I haven't done?
What's wrong, right? Are you finished already? Run out of evidence?
What is so humorous, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'm sure you realize this as well, Your Honor.
I don't
But
realize
everything
anything.
the good lawyer here has proven up to this point is meaningless. Oh, there's Ophos.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Don't make me
Oh.
repeat myself.
Oh, Ophos is Byakuya. I'm so sorry, Ophos.
pause.
I'll watch one baby
No.
yeah.
No, he
Thank
wouldn't.
you for
No
the
one
lurk,
wants to be
Asher Badger.
Byakuya.
Appreciate you.
Everything you have proven is circumstantial.
Circumstantial?
Yes, circumstantial. You have yet to provide a single piece of definitive proof. Proof that Miss Andrews did in fact harbor a wish to murder Mr. Karaida. Yeah, we grumble.
Whack, whack, whack. Miss Andrews, did you want to kill Mr. Karaida?
I believe this may lead to me incriminating myself, so I will also abstain from answering this.
But, Miss Andrews, if you do that, it would be the same as admitting your guilt, don't you think?
Maybe so, maybe not. There's nothing to prove it either way. Besides, you don't even know what crime I would be guilty of due to my silence.
No! She's taking that defiant attitude again. Mia, what should we do?
Somehow, we've landed in the worst possible situation.
Oh, come on, we all know how that
Whack.
happened.
I think we have reached a certain conclusion at this point in time. Miss Adrian Andrews has refused to testify. And the defense's theory that she is the actual murderer has not been fully substantiated with solid definitive proof.
But that's not true!
In this situation, there is only one thing this court can do, and that is to declare a recess.
You mean a Reese's?
Recess?
I request that both the prosecution and the defense look further into this matter, and at tomorrow's trial,
Tomorrow? We don't have it tomorrow! If we don't get a not guilty verdict today, then... Please wait, Your Honor! That's not necessary! The trial! Please continue the trial!
What are you sweating for? Your client is getting one more day to live, isn't he?
but the second Fey woman isn't.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not it! This isn't about that! Edgeworth, I know you know who the real killer is!
Please.
Please, let the trial continue!
Almost stole your line, I'm sorry.
If I don't get the verdict, then Maya...
Quack.
No.
But it's impossible to continue as long as the witness refuses to testify. Now then, this court is...
Objection! It is not impossible for this trial to continue. This is the second time this shit's happened.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you...
It's true, Miss Andrews holds the right against self-incrimination. However, if the topic of conversation were something unrelated to whether she may be guilty of, then she has no right to withhold her testimony.
Yes, that is very true, but...
Actually, there is one little thing I am curious about myself, Miss Andrews. When you found the victim's dead body, you poured yourself a glass of juice, even though we've literally went over this already. Yes, and I can't help but think of how unnatural that is. Usually when one finds a body, they are shaken up, not stirring a glass of juice. Okay, I was reading that right the first time. So my actions were unusual, but I've already, before you speak, I want to state that if you have a reason behind your actions, I would like you to testify to that effect. Testify? Your Honor, I would like to request that the witness testify again as to what happened when she first discovered the victim's body. Whatever we find out in this testimony should no way implicate the witness. Edgeworth's being a bro because he knows what's going on secretly. We all know it.
I don't know what it is about Edgeworth today, but I can't get a good read off of him. Is he friend or foe? I just don't know.
Mia, did you
Whack.
not see the fucking final trial of the last game?
The court acknowledges the prosecution's request. Miss Andrews, if you please.
I freaking asked to get that standard trial. You got to listen to Edgeworth over there. I see how it is. Okay, all right.
Was that English?
I'm a biased
Is that
judge.
even? Yeah, I was
Oh,
about
what?
to ask. Is that even English? I found the body. That glass of juice. I didn't really pour it for myself. I was surprised when I walked into the room and saw it in that messy state. And Juan, he was sitting slumped over and tired looking in the corner. When I saw him sitting like that, the thought that he was dead didn't cross my mind. To be honest, I thought he had just fainted or something, so I went to pour him some juice. When I realized that he was dead, that's when I knocked over the flower vase. That is a complete change of testimony.
You're telling me you didn't notice the knife. So
I
you poured that glass of juice for the victim. Why didn't you say so in your earlier testimony?
didn't think I needed to include something so trivial. Bitch, that's
Are you-
not trivial!
Are you stupid?
Apparently, Your Honor. Apparently.
Phoenix, please be careful here. If you can't find anything wrong with this testimony, then there's nothing left.
I know. Edgeworth. What the heck is going on in that brain of yours?
It's to Edgeworth's brain, it's just a bunch of fucking inside-out characters fist fighting.
Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
That's fine, Sunday. I saw your message. Thanks.
Gotcha.
Oh wait, sorry. That glass of juice, I really didn't pour it for myself. I was surprised when I walked in the room and I saw it in that messy state. And Juan, he was sitting slumped over and tired looking in the corner. I didn't notice the knife because apparently I'm blind.
See you, Grace.
See ya, Grace.
Hi, Grace.
When I saw him sitting like that, the thought didn't cross my mind that he was dead.
And what did cross your mind?
I thought maybe he had smashed everything up in anger because he had lost the Grand Prix. And then felt tired after his rampage, so he decided to take a nap on top of a knife, apparently. Anyways, that's what I thought.
I see. So you didn't think he was dead at all?
To be honest, I thought he had just fainted or something, so I went to pour him some juice, even though there was a fucking knife in his chest!
Objection! As everybody has pointed out, so you honestly didn't think he was dead when you found him.
That's correct. That's what I said.
Even though this is what you saw when you discovered the body?
Ah,
What is the meaning of this?
Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? There is a knife sticking straight out of Mr. Karida's chest! Anyone who saw this scene would have immediately thought he was dead. There was a dead man.
Well, you see,
I doubt a single person in the world would mistake this for someone who fainted, and then so nonchalantly go pour something to drink.
Your point is, are you okay?
Miss Andrews, your testimony just now, it was all just one giant lie.
how many glasses am I gonna break? In
And
this
your
trial?
lie has proven one thing very clearly, that you are the real killer.
Oh god, my mic peaked.
It's bad.
My mic peaked. My mic peaked. My bad.
It just went.
10 out of 10.
It looks like the defense has somehow brought the ugly truth to light. The defendant, Mr. Matt Ungard, is not guilty after all. Pass the verdict, you buffoon!
That's impossible. You're wrong.
Miss Andrews, try to have some composure.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me, I tell you. It was Matt, I swear it. He's the one who killed Twan.
Can you prove it?
But you were the one who refused
Fuck.
to testify, and your reason for not doing so was that you might end up incriminating yourself.
But that's because...
Miss Andrews, I will give you one last chance.
You shouldn't even
What?
really be...
What are you hiding that may incriminate you?
I refuse to testify. Damn it, fucking karma.
Whack. Then there is no need for this court to continue any further. Mr. Matt Ungard's innocence has been clearly demonstrated.
Is it over? Have we found the truth at last?
Probably not.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Oh, what's wrong, Phoenix? Usually the real killer confesses his or her guilt. And now that I think about it, this is the first time someone hasn't.
Because
So
everyone
it doesn't
else is
happen in every
whack.
fucking trial.
Now then, I would like to hand down my verdict for Mr. Matt Ungard.
Objection!
Oh my gosh, Edgeworth, what do you want?
Your Honor. The prosecution feels that it would be premature to pass down a verdict at this time.
What?
The reason is quite simple. Tisk,
You're a
tisk.
buffoon?
This witness has yet to speak the absolute real truth.
Will you shut up, man? The absolute real truth? What are you...
Witness, don't you understand yet? Huh? I don't know who planted the silly idea in your head, Von fucking Karma, but as long as you protect yourself through your silence, Matt Ungard will go free. And in his place, you will become the guilty party. That's a lie. I don't believe you. What?
Are you stupid?
I was told if I spoke, then it would be all over, and Matt would never be declared guilty.
What in the world is she talking about? Has she lost it?
Evidently. I can't speak about it. I'm too scared.
And the person who told you was coincidentally shot in the shoulder. How do you feel about
Ain't
that?
that a kick in the head?
It's Francesca Von Karma. Huh? Don't you remember, Phoenix? Miss Andrews lives by gripping tightly onto the words of another. Because she doesn't have the strength to believe in herself.
That actually makes sense,
Then right now, Miss Andrews is...
That's still you, because you're taking over for
Yes.
Sunday while she's gone.
Yesterday, she
She does just
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Don't say a word, no matter what happens. If you do, Matt Engarde will be acquitted.
Oh, Buzz, why?
Miss Andrews undyingly believes in those words right now, and is clinging on to them.
Then
Then what should we do? This is the first time I've ever come across anything like this.
Because you're a stupid
But
one.
Miss Andrews has to be the killer, right? All we have to do is not get her guilty. That's my only priority.
It wasn't me. I'm begging you. Believe me. I didn't kill Juan. Help, please. Someone, help me. Oh, Fuzz.
Monokuma.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Hydrate.
Oh my
Oh
God.
god,
Repeat
oh
myself.
Fuzz got it again.
I
I'm so
love-
sorry.
I love how
Oh,
I love
no.
how Byakuya's line is "Don't make me repeat myself," and then he comes back and says, "Don't make me repeat myself."
Okay, Judge, I know
And
you're gonna
this
think this is weird that I'm in your head, but I would like to request a trial and immediate guilty verdict on the bot that keeps on giving Opha's fucking Byakuya from Danganronpa.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
the court can't continue on with this. Therefore, I'd like to hear what you intend to do.
What I intend to do? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say?
Right. I suggest you think very carefully about this. Think about what this witness did and what she did not do. And think about who is the real mastermind behind this crime. When did we become playing Danganronpa?
Who's the real mastermind? Isn't that obvious?
Junko
There's-
Enoshima!
There's no one else it could be except the woman crying right over there, right?
Come now, what will you do? What kind of man are you, Phoenix Wright?
No matter what she says, Miss Andrews is the only person it could be. Not to mention, I don't have a choice. I have to win a complete acquittal for today. Your Honor, the defense believes there is enough evidence to substantiate our claim. Therefore, we motion that this court passes a verdict of not guilty as soon as possible.
I'm disappointed in you, Wright. What have you learned in this past year?
Absolutely nothing. That's enough. I commend you for trying, Mr. Edgeworth. However, it's clear that the defense's theory is the truth.
You're wrong. Tisk, tisk, tisk. What a shame. Huh? I had hoped things wouldn't come to this, however.
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
Miss Andrews, since you absolutely refuse to testify, it falls on my shoulders to disclose this to the court.
Why didn't you do that earlier?
Stop!
Mr. Edgeworth?
This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness.
Oh boy, here we go.
What? And because of this illness, she has tried to commit suicide in the past. Disclaimer, voice actors do not share the same views as anyone spoken in this game. Thank you for listening. Stop! Please stop! No matter how much you want to hide it, it's no use. I have the evidence right here.
It's no use!
Take this! That's...
That's the second part of the suicide report. The attempted suicide report.
Holy fuck, Phoenix, you can read. What will you do now, witness? You know what I am about to do, don't you? I will now reveal to the court the true nature of this pitiful woman known as Adrian Andrews.
The secret of her dependent nature. Having other people know about it scares her more than anything else in the world.
I mean, Phoenix was the one who was told not to fucking say it. Not Edgeworth. Please, please stop, I beg you. If people find out, I'll...
Go through with it?
If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me. Damn!
Whoa!
Fucking hell, that's cold! I will
Edgeworth.
say again, disclaimer, Voice actors do not share the opinions of the characters they are voicing. Thank you.
Shit.
Oh my god.
Goodness.
That got fucking cold real quick.
Edgeworth. How could you be so cold?
However, before you die,
Whoa.
I will pull the truth from your still breathing lips. I feel uncomfortable reading this now, no matter what I have to do. I feel uncomfortable reading this.
Mikey, do you want me to take over?
No, I'll deal with it. So will you tell the court yourself or shall I? Either is fine with me. I'll talk, but please, help me. She calls out to the man on the street. Nothing matters anymore. Well, that's a sudden testimony. When I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted, honest. What the fuck? When he was dead, that's when I formulated my plan. Once I made sure that there was no one in the hallway, I made a dash back to Matt's room. And then, I stabbed Juan's dead body with the knife and ripped off the button. Just when I had finished and was returning to Matt's room, I had a bit of an inconvenience. And that's why I ended up using the nickel samurai costume. That...
Stabbed the body with the knife? Why would you do that?
Isn't it obvious? To pin the blame on a certain person. A certain cowardly man.
What do you mean by all of this?
It might take this court a little while to understand, but... this is the truth. The real killer is Matt. That scumbag of a man. I'll never forgive him. He's trying to escape his guilt again, just like last time. Just like last time?
Last time?
So Miss Andrews stabbed the victim, Juan Corrida, in the chest with a knife. However, she didn't do it with murder in mind. She did it with the intent of framing Matt and God for the murder. And this is her crime. Okay, but what does that do with us?
What? How is this possible? I mean, wasn't Miss Andrews supposed to be the real murderer?
That's
That's
just
what
what
you
they want
thought.
you to think.
Mr. Wright, please get over your shock and commence the cross-examination.
My crime. When I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted, honest.
Hold it! But you could tell from the state the room was in, there must have been a fight. Are you telling the truth when you say that you did not know he was dead?
He had a scarf tied around his neck. But that scarf is a part of the Jammin' Ninja costume, so I didn't think anything about it was strange. His head was also tilted down a bit so I couldn't see his face that well. That's why I thought I'd wake him up, and we went to pour the juice. When I realized he was dead, that's when I formulated my plan.
Hold it! What is this plan you had?
I knew right away the murderer was Matt. I knew because Juan, he was going to expose Matt's weakest weak point to the world. So Matt did this to stop Juan and silence him for good. That's when I thought I should forge some evidence and pin this crime on Matt. So the forged pieces of evidence were the knife and the button. The first thing that came to mind was to plant the knife. So I made sure there was no one in the hallway. I made a dash back to Matt's room. And then I stabbed Juan's dead body with the knife and ripped off the button. Once I made sure there was no one in the hallway, I made a dash back to Matt's room.
That was so you could get the knife, correct?
The knife Matt used at dinner had his fingerprints all over it. I thought if I used that, then the police would certainly turn their eyes towards him. Matt was napping with his costume on at the time. I slipped in, took the knife, and returned to the scene of the crime. And then, I stabbed his dead body with the knife and ripped off the button.
So you were on the one to stab the victim with that knife.
It gives me goosebumps to think about it now. What a horrible thing I did. But at the time, I couldn't control my own body. It moved on its own. Then, when I stabbed Juan's dead body, I suddenly realized something. If I use the button somehow, I can make Matt look even more suspect. So you thought to rip one of the buttons off and then plant it in Mr. Ungod's Hakama? Yes, that's what I had planned to do. But things never go that smoothly, do they? Just when I'd finished and was returning to Matt's room, I heard a bit of an inconvenience.
An inconvenience?
There was a woman with a camera at the ready, loitering in the hallway.
I'm willing to bet
Lotta.
my spikes that it was Lotta.
There was also a woman with a ray gun at the ready, pacing back and forth. She seemed a bit like a loony.
That's Miss Oldbag for you.
They come back with that comment. I love that.
Are you going to admit you're wrong?
And made into a big scoop for a certain weekly tabloid once. So I couldn't very well go out looking like myself and get caught again. And that's why I ended up using the Nickel Samurai costume.
Oops. I'm gonna skip this part, hold on. Didn't mean to skip that.
When I first ever that's why I ended up using the samurai Nickel Samurai costume.
If you were the one who prepared that costume, weren't you?
Yes, I took it from Global Studios trademark. I also put Juan's guitar case. I put it in Juan's guitar case the day before the award ceremony. You did this in preparation for the press conference, did you not? Yes. Juan wanted to wear that costume and hold a press conference in it. He was going to disclose Matt's big secret there.
And what is this secret?
That I don't know. Anyways, I thought that if I were to leave Juan's room in the Nickel Samurai costume, then people would think that Matt was the real murderer. I was very careful not to leave any fingerprints when I opened the guitar case. I absolutely did not want anyone to know about the costume.
I think we've heard enough. So, after that, you went back to Mr. Ungard's room and planted the button?
Into Matt's Hakama? Yes. After that, I folded up the costume I was wearing and put it into a bag. Then I snuck out of the hotel and got rid of it.
My word. What does all this mean?
It means someone has to pay for my therapy. Mr. Edgeworth, is it? Yes. The real criminal is Matt Ungod. Yesterday, that woman prosecutor sat me down for a talk.
Francesca, huh?
She said that I should under no circumstances confess to what I had done. That if I just kept quiet, that Matt would be found guilty for sure. I had no choice but to believe in her words. She literally whipped me millions of times.
What this witness has done is clearly unlawful. However, as long as her testimony stands, we can be certain she is not the real killer.
She should also be going to therapy.
Wait, Your Honor! The defense still...
Objection! Right. It's pointless. At this point in time, it is not possible to indict Miss Andrews on anything.
Yes, exactly. There isn't a single piece of evidence that points to her as the murderer. The cross-examination of this witness is over, and so is today's trial. You couldn't establish that the witness was the culprit. Please let it go, Mr. Wright.
But...
No fucking buts.
Mr. Edgeworth, please place Miss Andrews under arrest for further questioning.
Understood, Your Honor. The prosecution will arrange for her detention immediately.
That is all. Court is adjourned for today.
Well, Mia's dead. Mia's dead.
Maya.
Maya's dead. Monokuma pops up.
Today's trial. It's over. And I didn't win an acquittal.
Witness, would you mind if I asked you something?
Edgeworth.
What is it? Before you leave court today, I wondered if I might look at one thing. The card in your hand. It has had my interest for quite some time now. What exactly is it? Oh, this? Mr. Wright also asked about this. Although I didn't remember at the time you asked me about it, Mr. Wright. I remembered it just now. I found this in the room on that day.
The room?
That day. Yes. Oh! You can actually see it next to the glass. I found this card when I discovered Juan's body. It was lying there, right next to him.
You found that card next to the victim's body?
I suppose I must have been unconsciously slipped it into my pocket. But it is not as if this card has any relevance to Juan's murder, right?
Well, actually,
Right?
Yeah, I guess not. But it's a still strange card, if you ask me. But as far as a clue to this case, I don't see why...
Witness! That card! Give it to me! Hurry!
Edgeworth?
Do you have any idea what you have stupidly yet inadvertently done? This! I can't believe you hid this from me all this time! I didn't mean to. You still like... oh, never mind.
What is this all about?
I've never seen Edgeworth so emotional before. That card, what in the world is it? What does it mean?
to be
That's the end
continued.
of this trial.
It's obviously a shell. He likes the beach.
Great
I
insightfulness,
figured it
Sunday.
out.
Alright, save.
Yep, I'm saving.
Save twice just to be sure.
Yep,
Okay,
saving
so it's
the
time
other
to go
one.
home. Good stream, everyone. Clap, 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 and clap,
It's
clap.
only 9:23. We can keep going.
Take a bow. Yeah, that's what I
Ophos fucking left. Or two Galaxy fucking left. I called them Ophos because I'm used to Ophos being the judge.
We did it.
We did it. Game over.
Game over.
All right.
Game
Maya's
over.
dead.
Maya's
Rest
dead.
in peace.
March. Oh,
March
wait. I don't need to
22nd,
do that.
5:24 p.m. Wright and Co. Law Offices.
Hey! Coco gets to speak now.
I'm Pearly. Aw.
Mr. Lion.
There, Pearls.
I can't take anymore. Please.
Look, it'll be all right. Everything may still work out. The condition was that we had to get a not guilty verdict. And so far, the kidnapper has kept his word and hasn't hurt Maya. And he won't because Mr. Ungard hasn't been given a guilty sentence yet.
Poor child.
Cheer up! We don't have time to stand around crying. We have to get going.
You are working this child to the bone.
You're right. Mystic Maya is in much more pain than I am.
Yes,
Physically,
that's right.
mentally, I'm scarred.
Yes,
Mr. Wright,
that's
you have
right.
employed an 8-year-old at your business. That is against the law.
Jail.
I am arresting you for fucking underaged workers.
Guilty.
Penitentiary.
All I see is internal darkness.
Oh god, Ophos got Miyu.
As he should.
Pop off, Queen.
Alright, go ahead.
Hey, you guys. Glad I caught you, pal.
Mr. Scruffy Detective.
Oh boy.
It caught
Looks
on.
like Detective Gumshoe has been dubbed Mr. Scruffy Detective in Pearl's book now.
It's just plain old Mr. Dick Gumshoe now. And I came to talk to you, pal.
Poor Gumshoe lost his fucking detective job.
But we're kind of busy right now. But I guess I'll talk to you anyway, because the game's telling me to.
Damn right.
So,
Damn right.
what are you gonna do from now on?
What do you mean, pal?
Well, you've been fired, right? So do you have a new job lined up yet?
Oh, that. What am I supposed to do now, pal?
I mean, you could work for us.
Nah. I don't have anything coming in at all until my next payday. See?
What are you talking about? You don't have another payday.
I guess that means I'm just gonna have to work here at your place, pal.
Hold it.
Do it!
So say
Hire him!
what?
Hire him!
Hold it.
Hire
I mean-
the baby! Hire him!
I mean, if not work for them, work for Edgeworth. I'm sure Edgeworth would actually take him.
Yeah, I'll be searching for things that will prove Mr. On guard's innocent all day, right? See?
Well, yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna help you, pal.
We don't have money.
I've got lots of experience in investigating, see? And watching over people's places, see? And I'm great at making really simple meals, pal. I'll take care of it all.
So wait, my thing is,
Let's let Mr. Scruffy Detective take care of things.
so he's an experienced stalker.
Okay. By the way, what's your best dish?
Of course
Instant
it is.
noodles, pal.
Why am
Gonna
I surrounded
die.
by people who eat cheap, unhealthy foods?
Oh come on, Phoenix! Like
Fuck
you don't
you?
eat a Big Mac before every race.
Oh, cheap and
Like, for
healthy food.
instance, soda.
Says the
It's
one.
keeping me alive right now.
Says the one that's been drinking 6 cans of Coke.
7, fuck you.
Yeah, 7 now.
7 now. Good God.
Galaxy
My turn to
is.
regret this.
Hands of Coke.
Oh no!
There's a Coke on the wall.
Well, fucking C quit. Galaxy quit.
No, it was Coke
That
actually.
was-
It was actually Coke Fuzz. It's a new chapter.
That was the first time I've ever seen Mr. Edgeworth act like that. Ever thought he'd say something like... never thought he'd say something like he didn't care Miss Andrews killed herself.
Disclaimer,
Slagging.
people.
Yeah, good.
Disclaimer: the voice actors in this do not share the views of the characters. I would like to make that very fucking clear.
That's what they all say.
That's what I mean.
Meta.
But because of him doing that, we got the truth finally. See?
The truth. Mrs. Andrews' last testimony. I wonder if that was the truth.
Probably was, honestly.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that there was nothing strange in her testimony itself. What is happening in my chat? Hold on.
Wait, what?
I don't know either, and I've been looking
No,
the
don't
whole
read
time.
it.
Won't stop my Coke addiction. Sunday.
The Coke on the wall. Bottles of Coke.
There you go, Foz.
Bottles of Coke on the wall.
I typed it, hit send, waited 2 seconds, and then was like, wait.
Monday is a Coke addict. Coke addict.
Well, you guys have heard it here first.
Hi, Jab Dog.
Space our lovely Sunday party. I don't remember what kind of VTuber they are, but a VTuber nonetheless is a Coke addict.
Yep. It's a slippery slope.
It's a slippery slope. But I still think there is something fundamentally wrong with the whole thing.
You mean about that thing, pal?
You mean about Too Slow's chat?
Why would she want to? No, I mean almost need to frame Mr. On Guard. I couldn't figure that out from anything she said all day.
And you're saying that testimony was a lie?
Not a lie per se. It just feels like there's more here than meets the eye. Or
Well, that beats the Autobots.
Transformers.
Or that's what Edgeworth would like us to believe.
Here we go again.
Who are you?
You know, I'm oddly okay with this.
Coco, did you get this, or I didn't quite hear you?
That's such a dirty trick. Even that woman prosecutor was better than that.
Jessica Von Karma. Speaking of Miss Von Karma, do you have any more information on her condition? Wasn't she shot this morning?
Yes. She's dead.
That'd be pretty shitty to make Von Karma look good in comparison.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Miss Von Karma was shot today on the way to the trial by a pistol, see, pal?
But she's going to be fine, right? I mean,
No.
Edgeworth said she was in stable condition, but...
Well, she was shot in the shoulder. So she's okay and still hanging in there. See? I don't know why I'm trying to do an Edward G. Robinson impression today.
It's all good. It works.
They should be done taking the bullet out, so she's probably resting at the hospital.
Which one?
What? What? Are you going to visit her, pal?
No, well, I was kind of thinking about it.
Hey, you've actually got it hard, don't you? All these voices are gonna make me forget my German accent later. She looked like she was being tortured to death, not being able to go to the trial today.
Oops, clicked out.
Alright, I've returned.
I mean, it'd be good for her if you went and let her whip you for... Bleh. So maybe it'd be good for her if you went and let her whip you for a bit, pal. Jane.
What? Oh god. The child has been corrupted. Even Coco's like, what the fuck?
Stop it for a second.
Wait, no, because I looked away and then I turned. Someone clip that for me. Someone clip it for me. You know, I'm clipping it myself.
Now I'm definitely not going.
Have him go on your place.
Help.
Let's see.
No.
The name of the hospital. Oh yeah, the Honey Clinic.
No.
That name sends a chill down my spine. Well, I guess I can't hurt to stop by and say hey.
Yes, it can. It'll hurt every single person in this voice chat.
Including the child.
Howdy Clinic, reception.
Oh, not this fucking place
Never
again.
thought I'd ever
Yeah,
come back to this
place.
place.
Oh boy.
All right, who's doing it?
Not it.
Alright, fine. I did it originally. Yes. Are you here to visit a patient?
Hi. Wait a second. You're...
Yes. I'm Director Hottie. Oh ho.
That's an actual crack addict.
Hey, Opal, can you put the disclaimer in chat, please?
Why are you still here?
Yes. What is it? Can I help you? You can tell me. Yes.
Director Hottie! Oh, no, that's it.
Hey, people finally got
I thought it
one
was
wrong.
a nurse.
Oh, how feminine!
I thought that was
feminine of a voice I've gotten.
Yeah,
Too
a
Slow
little tickle
got
down
one
there.
wrong. Flip it.
Director
Hello?
Hottie.
Edgeworth.
Yes. I'm Director Hottie. Ho ho. Oh, you're the man from this morning. Yes. What is it?
Director, Francesca. How is Francesca von Kama?
You don't need to worry. Yes. She's in good hands.
I don't believe that, honestly, because you look like a crack addict.
I'm personally taking good care of her. Yes. I refuse to laugh.
I'll do the laughs for you.
Yes. And that surgery, it went well.
You have my gratitude. How does Edgeworth not see that this is not actually the director?
Looks like Edgeworth doesn't know about this director and his secret.
She looks so pitiful. Absolutely terrified. Yes. But I understand. Yes. Her opponent was a gun after all. No.
That is
Move
fair.
along.
That is
Move
fucking
along.
fair. I
Not
would
happening.
refuse to say
And
that
when I snuck
too.
up on her all real secret like, she would scream really loud. Yes.
Oh god, I don't know which one's worse. I see.
Ulfaz, you're welcome. But she's really cute too. When I do that, no, also no.
She whipped me with her whip, huh?
Alright, I think Tusla, you got this from now on.
Okay, I'll be doing it. All right.
Boy, did I cry like a baby. Yes. But I think I could get used to it.
Even Galaxy was like, I can't do this shit anymore.
Gonta no can do that.
Oh, that's actually a good character. You got Gonta.
Gona's alright.
Gonta's
Exactly.
alright. Not for Ulfos, but Gonta's alright.
Yep.
Go back to your room.
You're so mean, so mean, my frisky Friska. But that's good too. Okay. Yes. It's time for my IV drops. Yes.
And what are those tulips doing in your hands, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
I knew I shouldn't have come here.
I was shot in front of the courthouse, in my right shoulder.
Okay, hang on a second. Hang on. Isn't there security outside of every courthouse? How the fuck did they let that happen?
They let a lot of things happen.
Fucking apparently.
I mean, they're letting a whip through the courts. I mean, at this point, I don't think security is even present at this
Fuck,
point,
what's
so-
next? They fucking
I mean,
sneak in a rocket launcher?
Don't give them any ideas. But it's no big deal. This sort of thing happens all the time here in
It does!
Wait.
The fuck it does!
All the time in California. I even had full intentions of running the trial this morning.
what is happening in my chat? Is it just arguments happening altogether? Like, what's happening?
Yeah, pretty much.
I meant to send that message earlier, but I never hit enter apparently.
Okay.
Oh.
Too much for you.
Oh, that's all I heard. Too much for you.
That works.
Works. There's no need to act too tough in front of us, you know.
Regardless, I was dragged here by that man over there. He was so unyielding, one has to wonder if he was simply interested in stealing my case.
Funny story.
It was the only logical course of action given the bullet was still lodged in your shoulder, you crazy bitch! But by taking over the case, I found myself having to clean up after you and your irresponsible deal that you've made.
I think I know what deal he's referring to. Miss Von Karma, you made a deal with Miss Andrews yesterday, didn't you?
I don't know what you mean.
In order to make sure you got your guilty verdict on Mr. Ungard, you told Miss Andrews to not testify in court today.
I don't know what you're talking about. Do you have proof that I made such a deal?
As a matter of fact,
You're denying it?
It looks like you were lucky, Mr. Phoenix, right? If I had been in court today, Ophaz would have been.
Hold on a second.
Oh, and Ashima, apparently.
Also, if I had been in court today, this trial would already be over.
I mean, that is kind of true.
All while hiding Miss Andrews' own crime?
How could she hold her own crime? But that isn't my problem. Whether she had tampered with the evidence or not, I have only one objective: to find Ungard guilty of murder.
All right, so we all have this on camera. We need to report this to the fucking board and get her prosecutor license revoked.
The end justifies the means, Mr. Phoenix Wright and Mr. Michael Beaver. The end
What?
justifies the means.
Adrian Andrews believed when you said, if you don't tell the truth of what really happened, then Ungard will be found guilty.
And what does that have to do with me?
Because of that, she's now in danger of being found guilty herself. All because she believed in your words until the very end.
That still has nothing to do with me. She's just a weak person, that's all.
Is
I
there
hate
any
this
women in
character.
chat that could, on my behalf, shake her around a bit? Because that is fucked up on so many levels.
But you had to know she was... Ow!
I think visiting hours here are about over. So, if you'll excuse me...
What's wrong? Why did she suddenly cut you off?
Probably
Prob-
because she's a bitch.
Probably because she thinks I had an advantage in that argument.
Probably because I'm a bitch.
Probably because I'm a bitch.
Edgeworth. What happened at today's trial, Edgeworth? That was not like you at all. I mean, I know you knew about Miss Andrews' condition. You could have made her testify as many times as you wanted, but to go that far!
But she wouldn't testify about that until I said something. Listen, Wright. The courtroom is a garden of judgment. I am putting myself on the line when I stand in there. And that's why I made the witness do the same. It's only natural. I mean, saying that you don't care about someone's, you know, that's kind of fucked up, but you know.
but you know. By the way, Edgeworth, you're really angry in court today. That's rare for you.
Witness! That card! Give it to me! Hurry! Do you have any idea what you have stupidly yet inadvertently done? This. I can't believe you hid this from me all this time!
That card. What in the world is it?
You mean this? Listen, Wright. This is top secret information. You absolutely cannot leak this under any circumstance. A special investigations team has existed for a number of years, but few know of it.
I understand.
Their task is to find the owner of this card. A man called Shelly the Killer.
Hello.
And just as his name states, he is a killer, an assassin, the best one at that.
Assassin?
Picture card is added to the court records.
So who is this Shelly the Killer?
The Killer is the name of a long-standing line of assassins.
long-standing.
The name first appeared about 100 years ago, I hear. Shelley is the professional name of the third heir of the killer name.
So because his professional name is Shelly, he leaves cards with a shell on them?
He has a habit of making sure to leave a card by the body of his victim, similar to that of a serial killer.
Why? Something like that.
We think it's a part of his duty to his clients.
His duty? You said duty.
If he leaves a card, then his clients could be assured it was he who killed the victim. It also serves as as an insurance against any charges being pushed onto his clients.
I see.
The killer values the trust between his clients and himself, all those were in red for some reason, above all else. It seems that this is one honorable assassin with a moral conscience.
Guess that even honorable assassins can't exist. So you think this assassin, you think he's the one who did the killing in this case?
It would appear that way. The discovery of this card basically confirms it, would you not agree?
Shelly the killer, huh?
Tell him about Maya! I noticed something in the trial today. You were behaving in a very strange manner. Is something the matter, right?
No, just typical Phoenix Wright crap.
I guess.
Yeah, just
I should tell him.
Yeah, just, people being acquired for guilt, like murder, my friend's been kidnapped,
Maya, she's been kidnapped.
Kidnapped? What does the kidnapper want?
An acquittal.
I see. I had no idea, even though I somehow seemed to look like I did. I will prepare a rescue team as soon as possible and resolve this by tomorrow. Girls?
Really? Did you hear that, Mr. Nick? Mr. Edgeworth is going to...
Stop trying to console me, Edgeworth! I don't need your pity!
What?
That's my question, exactly.
There's no way you can find her. We don't even have a single lead to go on. There's only one way to save her. I have to get an acquittal somehow. It's the only way.
Right. Listen, you need to know something. Juan Karaida was killed by Shelly the Killer. And the client who ordered the job is Man on God, your own client.
Please stop! I can't listen to you. I can't believe that.
You can't.
I see. Well, if you want to continue your investigation, you will need this.
Is it?
The hotel right now is restricted to police personnel only, as we are looking for any clues that might lead us to Shelly the Killer. But if you take this with you to the hotel, I'm sure they will let you enter. Letter of introduction added to the court record. In any case, I must attend to preparations for Maya's rescue team. We'll meet again if anything should happen. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Mr. Nick. Do you think Mr. On Guard hired an assassin?
No way! I mean, he doesn't even have a psych lock.
That's because you asked if he killed him, not if Shelly killed him, and that he was the one who hired him.
Yeah, I guess not.
Maya, please. All I ask is you make it home, safe and sound.
My brain cells, they're gone.
Date, question marks, time, question marks, location, question marks.
I guess even kidnappers can be a little clumsy. Clumsy enough to drop a card like this for me. And even though he said he was an assassin, I bet he's just making that up, like how Nick does with everything in court.
God damn. Get roasted, Nick.
Thought of how fucked up
Not
that was.
even there to defend himself. You're just gonna throw out accusations. Jeez.
Jesus.
He's literally admitted it several times, I'm pretty sure, though.
Anyway, let's try out the card trick with this card I just found.
Click.
Sounds like I got the door open. Okay, time to take a look around.
Ooh, we're playing as Maya. Date.
Wait, I
Time,
don't even need to say this
location.
again.
I'm.
Oh.
Winnie Pooh.
Oh,
Winnie the
what?
Pooh.
What? What?
This Winnie the Pooh has pants on though.
This is reverse. This
A
is
rough night
Winnie the
for him.
Pooh's alter ego. Oop. I'm trying to reverse Winnie the Pooh's name in my head, but it's not working. Oop the Winnie. Oop the Winnie. That's his name.
Oop. What is this place? I've got a feeling I'm not in the hotel anymore. Are those videos over there? Well, I'll worry about that later. For now, I should be looking for clues. That way, I can show them to Sis and maybe get out of here.
Oh, that was funny. I'm sorry.
What is this thing? An antenna, I guess.
It literally has SATA dish, which is satellite dish, on it.
And this is a VCR? There sure are a lot of electronic gadgets here. But what is an antenna doing here? There's a framed picture sitting on this coffee table.
What the fuck?
It's a picture of a woman. She's kind of pretty. Hey, looks like something's written here. Let's see. I think it says, "With love, Celeste."
Wait.
I bet this could be a clue.
So wait, are you fucking telling me that Shelly was actually with Celeste?
Locked, of course. And it doesn't look like I can use the card to open this door. There's a little hole at the bottom of the door.
It's a doggy door.
If only I was a little skinnier, then maybe I can be able to crawl through there.
I have no comment.
That's weird. What's the figurine doing on a sofa in a place like this?
That is a plushie.
I think it's a bear. Aw, how cute. But it's got a lot of cuts and slits on it. Man, I don't like that for the bear.
Poor bear. We need to get him to therapy as well.
I wonder if there's some kind of puzzle or something.
This is you, Galaxy.
Oh, this simply will not do. I cannot have you wandering around at will.
Oh.
It seems
Oh my god, he looks
that
creepy.
Mr. Wright is truly concerned about you.
He is?
For now, I would suggest you remain cooperative. If you cannot, there are ways in which I can help you.
Ways? You mean?
Dead men tell no tales is how the saying goes, correct?
Dora.
I'm almost certain I told you on our first meeting. I am an assassin.
In red.
No way. You're lying. I mean, an assassin?
People are not always who they appear to be.
Nick!
Did he strike her?
March 22nd, 7:04 p.m. Hottie Clinic. Reception.
Mr. Nick?
Oh yes, Pearls. Got caught up in my thoughts about Maya's situation.
Mr. Edgeworth has left, you know.
Guess for now I have no choice but to believe in Mr. Ungard. But I think I should listen to his story one more time. All right, let's get going too.
Okay.
Right in Cola offices.
Waffles.
Leave me alone. I have a list.
March 22nd, detention center, visitors room.
I'm sorry, bub, but visiting hours are closed for today. Pearl?
Pearl?
Wait, you didn't hear that?
No.
Aw.
No.
No.
Yeah, no, we didn't hear it.
I have so many questions I need to ask. I'm sorry, but I'm Phoenix Wright, a lawyer for one of the...
You Mr. Right, you
Hydrate.
say?
Hydrate.
Oh yeah, there's a message here for you.
Trillo's back, let's go.
Yeah, I'm giving him the Trello voice.
A message?
It's from Matt on God. Ah, here you are.
What did you write? Is it something really important?
I don't know. Well, let's see what it has to say.
He probably got
It's
someone to
Mr.
read it.
Lawyer.
I thought I was gonna
I'll
read
just
it
read
since
it
was
in
technically-
Phoenix Explained voice here. So,
Yeah, okay.
to Mr. Lawyer, dude. God, I can't believe I'm saying that. I got something really important to tell you. Why do I feel uneasy all of a sudden? Now this will be you.
Oh, Mr. Wright. So actually, I have a favor to ask of you. I have this cat named Shu. Funniest fucking name. I didn't put out a whole lot of food when I left the house, so he's probably pretty hungry. You think you could drop by my house and feed Shu for me, dude? I don't want my cat to starve. My house is just a little ways down from the hotel, alright?
This is terrible. Let's hurry. We have to feed this cat.
I never thought I'd see the words poor Shu's stomach in the sentence, but here we are.
I'm sure poor Shu's stomach is growling by now.
Yeah, I guess. That's note jammed in my pocket.
Did that just say Matt's note jammed into pocket?
Yeah.
Yes.
Client's request is a request. Guess I should go check up on his cat. How do I get there, though?
I would assume probably from the hotel lobby, since he said it was just a ways down from the hotel.
Oh, okay, I guess.
But first, you have to
March
deal with whoever the
22nd,
fuck's
yeah.
here.
Right now, Mr. Nick. Let's go look for clues. We have to, for Mystic Maya's sake.
This is, you, Sunday.
You shall not pass.
That was not Old Bag's voice.
Oh,
I don't remember what it was. Don't devour my name and turn into a gas, you spiky head pedophager.
The
What?
fuck is a pedophager?
The
What in
hell
the
was
fuck
that
is a
word?
pedophager?
Well, now I gotta
like
look
a-
this up. Hold on.
Look it up for me before I even continue.
Like, is it a pedophile for frogs? That's the only thing I could think.
It means an inferior legal practitioner, especially one who deals with petty cases.
Oh. Big words, okay. Because of you, I've been made to look like the bad guy again. Although I did get a piece of gum from Edgy Boy, just as he promised. But something more valuable, I want an Edgy Poo's heart. It's all your fault. You've awakened the wild beast inside of this old bag.
I hate this character.
Okay, I thought for a second that Old Bag legitimately barks. I thought that was actually in the words. I almost died. The caffeine's getting to them, I swear.
What am I doing here?
I don't know. I don't think any of us know what we're doing here.
Sunday? Do you need water?
No, I'm good.
I don't think you are. I refuse to agree to see that you're all right, considering you've had what 8 Cokes now?
7.
Oh, sorry. Shit, I'm surprised you haven't cracked open an 8th yet.
I'm doing it just because you told me to.
No, I did not tell you to! I did not tell you to! Those were not my words!
Here we go.
Mikey, you're to blame for this one.
I'm blind
Okay,
to problem
that's
tonight.
true. But I will say, in my fucking defense, I did not tell her to open up an
Alright.
8th one. I just said I'm surprised she hasn't.
Coco, can we get this? Can we get this train back on, please?
Don't talk about my coke addiction.
Did you say this, Coco?
She might be dying right now.
Oracle, don't encourage. Oh,
There's a good chance
I
she's
did
on her
not
silent
tell
leave.
her to, Oracle. Don't you fucking put words in my mouth.
Oracle.
Keep your hands off of me. This helmet is airtight. No air gets in and no air gets out.
How the fuck do you live?
Why do you keep putting
with that
on?
Don't think you can get me to move with silly questions. You're going to have to defeat me if you want to get by.
Should be easy enough.
Oh.
I'm not hearing this.
Did we just,
Yeah,
you
we
just walk
left.
around
we just
her?
left. Yep, we just left.
Yeah, son.
Coco just
Sure
bit.
is dark.
Oh, her internet might have shut it out. I'll go turn on a light.
That is a
What the
motorcycle
fuck?
That is
hanging
a
above the couch.
motorcycle.
If that thing
Okay.
falls on you while you're sitting there,
Oh,
you are
falls.
fucking dead.
Wow.
I ain't do none.
So this is what a star's house looked like. Must be nice to be rich.
Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's find Shoo, the kitty cat.
Wait.
Shoo!
Meow.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
So I guess
If
this
we
is
remember
Shu.
from... We remember
Dibs
my
on
scene,
voicing
right?
Stu.
Oh.
Pete Rice is
Fucking
like, I
cats.
agree with this.
Oh, hey, Pete Rice is here.
The kitty.
Bucket of
Okay,
cats.
but can I point out, the door on the right looks eerily similar to the door that we saw as Maya.
I don't need help.
Too slow, can I call dibs on voicing the cat?
No, I think the cat had its own voice actor, so they were good.
Beautiful. And
But-
Probably only
but-
fucking
is a
meows
king.
anyways.
But the question is, there's a doggy door over there, right?
Yes.
Will the
Oh.
will the shoe fit?
Yes,
I
that's
hate you.
exactly
Run a police. We cannot keep getting away with this.
Quick, too slow. Take that motorcycle from the ceiling and get away while you still can.
Oh, Foz, please say the line for me.
Ah, what a lovely cat. Hello, Shoo. Aww. Teehee.
Cat seems to like pearls. Oh, this is Galax.
Galaxy.
Pardon me.
Oh.
I fucking knew it.
May I help you with something, Mr.
Oh, we're lawyers. Actually, I'm Mr. Unguard's lawyer.
Thank you, Wolfos. The Masters... Then you must be Mr. Wright.
Yes.
There you go.
Ah, it's a pleasure to meet your wonderful self. I am the family butler, John... Okay. John
What?
Doe.
Okay.
No.
Nice to
okay.
meet you.
How do you
That is your
fucking not
name.
know who this
Oh,
is?
look, but it's Shoe.
No, I'm not letting that fucking go. His name is John Doe. He looks eerily similar to our fucking killer. How?
Austin.
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 Cat.
My
Cat.
kitty.
Cat.
My
Look at
fucking
him.
brain. My
Look at
fucking
him.
brain. My brain has
His
had it.
name is Shoo. Like the
Who names their
shoe.
cat Shoe?
Like a tennis shoe
I
or a
that on guard,
sandal.
I guess.
You must know all sorts of things about Mr. Unguard, right?
Honestly, sir, I don't believe my master is capable of such a foul deed as murder. Where did you
did it,
get
you
that
little
from?
shit.
Ellipses.
And anything else?
No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the master or his affairs.
Even if he's fucking
I'll typically
court as a lawyer.
butler-like, as it were. Mr. Doe, how long have you been served in this residence?
Well, sir, I would have to say, maybe about 1 year?
And
Tacos.
anything else?
No, not especially. It is not appropriate, we already said this.
No, this is a
It
different
is
one.
not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of himself and his affairs.
You know, I would have thought Mr. Ungod the kind to have a maid over a butler.
I agree with
I'm
that
sorry,
statement,
what?
actually.
Shoo. That's a very cute cat you've got here.
It is my duty to take care of him. The master rather fancies Shu. Tacos.
And, anything else?
No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the family cat.
Well then, I guess I don't need this piece of scrap paper anymore. Matt's note crumpled into a ball and thrown away.
Well, I'm afraid I must take my leave of you now.
Oh, we should probably get going ourselves.
Ah, so young, and yet already so accomplished. A master of law.
But there is also a lot to be proud of being a butler, in charge of the house and all.
Thank you for the compliment, sir. People are not always who they appear to be. Now, if you'll
Okay.
excuse me.
No.
No.
I don't care. That cat might be cute, but that guy...
He's a cute cat, though.
I don't care. I know what I saw, and it's bullshit. My attorney's badge.
Maybe if I show her this letter I got from Edgeworth. Miss Oldbag, if you would look at
What? You want me to look at this worthless piece of edgy poo?
I'm gonna
Oh.
snap my neck.
Is that her perfume, Pheromone d'Amour, I smell? Ugh.
Let's see here. Would you please allow this unsophisticated young person to conduct this investigation?
That sounds about Edgeworth-like.
Yours truly, Miles Edgeworth.
Sounds
I'll
about
be right back. I gotta
Yours
take my dog out.
truly?
That man's good at flattery. Fine, but only because Edgy Poo said so, you understand?
Letter of introduction given to Miss Oldbag.
I just thought of something I have to do. Remember, no messing around. You do anything bad and I won't let you off the hook.
You already don't. What's your point?
It looks like she has strong feelings for Mr. Edgeworth.
That may be, but you know nothing's gonna come of it.
That's so mean, Mr. Nick. Feelings are meant to be told and shared.
Ow. Every time we talk about love, I always end up with a handprint on my face somehow. So anyway, let's continue our investigation.
Did Phoenix Wright just get slapped by a child?
Mhm.
Okay.
What now?
One little thing before I forget.
I'm hit.
You can't. You can't go into Mr. You can't go into On Guard's room today.
I have
Lawyer
been
down,
struck
lawyer
down.
down.
I have been struck down. Ugh.
Hey,
The police main investigation team is going to be in there all day, you see?
Wonder if they're the team in charge of investigating the killer.
So don't go in there. Set one foot in there and you'll face the wrath of Wendy Oldbag.
That's the end of that. All right.
March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel. Whatever the heck was that last part?
Looks like we're the only ones here.
and yet the hotel seems so busy somehow.
That's deep.
Probably because the police team is scouring for clues about the killer.
Hey, city boy.
Lotta, you're still here.
Wrecking course. An investigative photographer eats and starves on her ability to snap up the scoop, yeah? And this hotel just has that aura of mystery. You know, like something always about to happen.
Do you have a camera?
Given a photographer's gotta have cameras out like out the here like corn to be a real pro, you know? I don't know why that sentence just,
Yeah.
I hated
It was
it.
a little odd, yeah.
So I'm hanging around here. Speaking of cameras and feet in the mouth, do you have mine, you bread thief?
Why can't you drop that thief thing already? I want to ask you about the
Alright.
night of the murder.
What have I missed?
What? You really gonna shell out the bucks for the info I got?
Lada, you were loitering in this hallway the night of the murder, were you not?
Well, kinda, but
Brace yourself, Phoenix. Here it comes.
I didn't exactly hang around here the entire time, you know? Followed a few stars around. Got a few autographs, shook a few hands, had a soda pop with a few of them too.
Huh.
Looks like she wasn't here the entire time
Interesting.
that night.
I wonder if it was Coca-Cola.
Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake, Sunday. This is why I ran away from my egg. You made me do this.
The security lady also wasn't in this hallway the whole time either.
Guess this means there's no one who could tell us who came and went that night.
This is why I ran away from my egg, Sunday.
So about the note that was inside your camera case.
Oh, that ditty I wrote?
Yeah, can I believe what you've written?
Yeah.
You mean the stuff about...
You mean the
What?
stuff about
What?
the
What?
shoving
That's-
lady
that-
on the corridor?
Sunday's reading it, yes.
I'm sorry, Sunday.
Oh, well.
Hi, Sunday.
Hi, too cute.
What you
Hi,
doing?
too cute.
Ow.
I'm voice acting.
Good. Oh, who else is on there?
Hi, you're too cute.
Coco, hey girl, how are you?
Hey, hey. Doing good. How are you?
Hello.
Oh, is that all of us in there? You and Coco?
I'm here too.
Who's that?
Hi,
Who?
it's Mikey.
Oh, hey Mike, what's up?
Not too much.
I'm pretty sure it's
Crushing
just
me.
Oh, sorry. You're not gonna. Forget about
Why does everyone forget that I exist? I know my country doesn't exist because of Sunday. Now I don't exist. Damn. I don't
You
get
mean-
paid enough for this shit.
You mean the stuff about the on guard shoving his manager lady on the corridor? Corridor?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I reckon you best not believe in that.
What?
Look, I sort of wrote that on a whim, you know, writing whatever came to mind.
Whatever came to mind?
Whatever came to mind.
Yeah, when you get down to it, it's just a lot of random bull dooders.
What?
I don't want to know what that means, but okay.
Bull
Bulls.
Bull dooders.
That is by far the weirdest thing I've ever
That
heard.
is the-
somebody say.
I have heard
Thank
a
you.
I've
bunch
said a
of
lot
weird
of weird
shit.
shit too.
And that is the fucking
You like listen to
weirdest. Oh
something and
my.
you're like, man, this smells like gold dooders. Good lord.
I got a bad shiver down my spine when you said that. I don't think that's good for me.
I did my job then.
Yeah, like.
Hey, what's with you? Why you staring at me like my grandpa used to?
Like somebody that I used to know.
He's got flashbacks of my granddad just shaking his head at me and walking out the room. Hey, and why do you look like you suddenly got older too? Or am I just shrinking here? Okay. Ah! My baby! My $1,600 baby! What's with that red-coated prosecutor anyhow? Guy told me it was evidence and refused to give it back to me.
Really? Because it fucking is
Well,
evidence.
that's kind of how it is.
Hey, you're that redcoat's friend, ain't you?
No,
You put in a few good words for me and get my camera back.
not
I mean,
happening.
Do you want me to do
They-
what?
They used to be friends, but now they aren't for some
Now they're
reason.
lovers. Listen, nag the guy real good for
Hold
about
on,
5
They don't
Sunday,
seem
you
like
cannot
lovers.
just breeze by that. What the?
Listen, nag the guy real good for about 5 hours, and I guarantee he'll give it back.
Edgeworth,
This-
Edgeworth,
he's not the
Edgeworth,
man.
Edgeworth, come here. Come here. Give me a kiss. Give me a
No.
What
kiss.
are you doing,
Give me a
right?
kiss.
What are
Little
you
kiss.
doing, right?
Just
Get
a little-
away
just a little
from me.
smooch. Little smooch. Come here.
Right? I will hit you with the toaster, I swear to God. I will bash this toaster over your fucking skull.
I don't want to be
Edgeworth,
here
my
anymore.
beloved.
What is it with me and attracting old ladies, defense attorneys, and whoever else?
I don't
Why
want
do
to
you-
be
what-
here anymore.
Why don't you do your own dirty work?
Well, I reckon it's time for me to get going. A tabloid photographer without a camera is just a tabloid, huh?
No.
Yeah, I guess so.
A tabloid is a type of paper, no?
Keep yourself together out there, you hear? I'm coming to see you in court tomorrow.
Okay, see you then.
And you too there, Luan. Keep up the good work, okay?
Okay.
Don't be picky about your food now.
Oh boy.
I'll be picky if I fucking want to.
And make sure you do all your homework,
Oh
you hear?
boy.
Okay. Stop.
And if you happen to find yourself a camera, make sure you bring it right to me.
All right, would you please just leave already?
Oh,
Bear.
the room.
I can't bear this room.
Stop it.
So why? Who the fuck is this?
This is Old Bag.
Me too. Literally, me too.
What is that otherworldly, ghastly moaning?
I don't let.
Oh,
People go. Yeah.
Oh, the baby.
I don't think it's a ghost. Maybe it's a demon?
that's even worse.
Excuse me. What you're calling a demon, Brad?
Oh God, you summoned them right. You
Oh, don't worry,
summoned
old
them.
bag. Don't worry, old bag. We are watching Who We Call Demons.
Oh.
Yeah, she literally is one.
Zoinks! It's an alien!
Who are you calling an alien?
Fucking Shaggy. with Scooby-Doo.
Oh, it's just you, Miss Old Bag.
Reggie.
What are you doing here?
What is wrong with youngins today? I came
Everything.
down
Old
here to
Bag.
pay my respects to poor Wand, and you're disturbing me.
Look, Old Bag, I will say, on behalf of my generation, everything is wrong about my generation.
Please talk to me about the night of the murder. Just one time.
I talked about it plenty at the trial.
Half of it
I
was
was-
lies.
I was full tricked, deceived by that fraud of a photographer and her note.
How is she still employed, by the way, considering she lied and stole?
She was loitering around here with that embellic look on her face.
Old Bag calling out Lotta.
With that imbecile look on her face. Okay, got it.
Now hold on a second there, you little pipsqueak.
Don't
You're
call
going
my
to take
precious baby
notes.
Pipsqueak.
At least make me sound better than that.
No.
Oh, all right.
Now I've seen everything.
I was about to say the same thing.
Hey, Phantom.
But you know, Hi Phantom. But
Hi,
you
Phantom.
know, I was working that night too, doing my job, minding my own business.
X'd it
So
out.
it's not like I had time to waste standing around here the whole night.
I was wondering if you could tell me a bit about Mr. Karaita.
That's a mistake.
Oh, you've opened the fucking floodgates.
He was the most popular star, you know, especially where it counts, in my book.
But I heard that he was lagging behind in the polls against Mr. Ungard.
Well, that's just a recent thing. Bad luck and all that, you know?
That's not how the. Oh.
But
Look,
he was
I
going to
don't think
become
there's
an
any
even
point.
bigger star than he used to be.
By black man.
Look,
By
just
blood.
look at this mountain of presents. It's a show of a mountain of feelings all of his fans had for him.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah, the mountain is pretty big and certainly nothing to shake a stick at.
Mr. Nick,
What is it, Pearls?
the presents. They're all bears, right?
It's got a point. There isn't a single thing here that isn't a bear.
I see a chair, a table, a couch, old bag.
Oh.
All of
Hello,
Mr.
bag.
Mr. Kuraida's presents from his fans seem to be bears.
Oh, that's because you can't think of one without thinking about bears.
Ow.
Bears? Why bears?
I'm not sure I want to know.
You don't know? When my dear Juan was training, he fought barehanded with a bear.
What is he, a fucking Soviet Russian?
He refused to give in and let the bear win, but after the fight they became friends.
Wow, what a heartwarming story.
Look, it's just like in those young people dramas. I can see those two tuckered out. Down by a river going, heh, you sure can fight. You too, bub, you too.
It's a bear? I'm sorry,
Did all
what?
that really happen?
Yeah, no, that was what they said.
It's in his biography, bub.
What a load of crock!
Amen.
So ever since then, fans have been giving him bears as presidents. Presents.
President,
As presidents?
President.
President Bear!
Winnie the Pooh 2020. Okay, no. I'm not buying that.
Yeah, nice. Bears.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Sure, I'm Uncle Bear.
Uncle Bear, and I say it's barely 8 o'clock.
What does that mean?
What is that infernal racket?
Fuck you.
It's one of the presents going off. Sounds like it's already past 8 p.m. Way past your bedtime.
That startled me. Thought I was gonna die for a second.
8 p.m. That's the time when the award ceremony ended that night, right?
Time sure flies. Hard to believe it's been 2 days since the ceremony.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Beep, beep, beep.
Transceiver!
Beep.
Hello? Hello?
This is not a phone.
You dumb.
Maya! How's Maya? You haven't even heard her. You haven't heard her, have you?
It seems you were not able to fulfill your end of the bargain, Mr. Attorney. I have heard the news. So it would seem my present did you no good.
Pearls.
Mystic Maya, Mystic Maya.
One more day, please. All I ask is for one more day. I'll get a not guilty verdict for sure this time. Please.
Taco. I suppose if I must. I need that acquittal more than anything else, after all.
Please. Please let Maya say something. I want to hear she's alright.
Alright. This, then, is a little...
What's with the static all of a sudden? Hello? Hello?
It seems... It's bad.
Connection.
Damn it! Did the transceiver just suddenly break?
SSSS. Excuse me. Beep.
What happened?
I don't know. All of a sudden, it became nothing but static. Damn Radio Shack.
Damn Radio Shack.
Good one, bud.
Poor Pearls.
Mystic Maya, Mystic Maya.
Why did the transceiver suddenly break like that? I should probably have an electronic salesperson look at it. Sooner the better. Where do we go for electronics?
The radio shack.
Camera
I
lady.
mean,
We go to Gumshoe.
Sure.
poor fucking Gumshoe has been just.
Sure.
Hey, welcome back, pal. I just got back from my shift at Radio Shack. I thought I'd make you a little something for dinner, see?
That's nice. Thanks.
Is it instant noodles?
No, of course not. It's a rich man's luxurious full-course meal. Out of a can, that is.
I'm sorry you went through all the trouble to cook, but I don't have time to eat.
Oops. Looks like you don't have a can opener, pal.
Got to be kidding. Here I thought he had already whipped something up.
Oh, I know. There is one way I know how to be helpful. Ask me about anything you want, pal. Go ahead. A Gumshoe exclusive.
Well, since he's here and offering, wonder what I should try asking him about.
Big.
Yeah.
Transceiver?
Oh, Mr. Nick, you should ask Mr. Scruffy Detective about that thing.
Francesca.
You
know,
don't get
that's the
fucking paid.
thing.
Francesca is okay, Grace. Yes, Francesca's fine.
As I said, she's not dead.
What thing?
Oh yeah, this thing just all up and broke all of a sudden.
It broke, pal?
When I was talking to the kidnapper, it just suddenly broke into static. Look, it sounded like this.
It's fixed now.
I don't hear any static, pal. You're going to jail for
Huh?
lying about the quality.
Maybe it fixed itself?
That's strange. I'm sure it was making a loud static noise.
Maybe.
Maybe what?
Maybe it was electromagnetic interference, pal.
No.
Yeah.
Electromagnetic interference?
Have you tried unplugging it and replugging it in?
So what is electromagnetic interference?
It's something that happens when a radio wave gets mixed up with another signal, pal.
Oh, when you put it that way.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
Like, for example, when a cell phone goes off next to a computer screen, see? The stuff on the screen gets kind of fuzzy and starts acting funny, right? Phoenix, right?
Huh? Computer?
He doesn't know what a computer is. That's
I
adorable.
forgot Pearl was sheltered.
It's like when you use the dryer next to TV, the screen starts looking weird.
Oh, yeah. The TV does do that. Oh, so that's what you're talking about.
She seems amazingly happy at being able to understand this.
So the room you were in when that interference... So the room you were in when that interference to the transceiver happened. There's gotta be something there that's sending out very strong radio waves, pal. Something like... like a listening device or something. See?
Ah!
Hey, speaking of that, where were you when it happened, pal? Yeah, I had a pal in there, so what?
We were in Mr. Kuroida's room, the scene of the murder.
What?
They said.
That's it. That's it. I'm going to sneak back into the precinct and get a bug sweeper, see? I'll meet you at the crime scene later, alright, pal?
Ah, wait, Gumshoe.
Oh yeah, baby. It's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go, see? Yeah!
Somebody's having fun.
We should be going too, Mr. Nick.
All right, let's go. After the office, it's the hotel lobby.
Welcome to the Hotel California.
Hey, you're finally here, pal.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Do you have the bug sweeper?
Well, you see, I got busted trying to sneak in, pal. Then suddenly, I'm staring at the precinct door, see? From the outside, I mean. So, yeah, I couldn't get one of the police bug sweepers.
What do you mean you couldn't get one? We need that item.
Hey, calm down, pal. I didn't say I didn't get one, just not the police's.
Wow! So this is a bug sweeper.
Looks a little broken.
Like my wallet.
Ah!
This was made when I was in elementary school, pal.
Oh? By who?
Me, of course. Ah, seeing this sure brings back memories. Hey, don't look down on it, pal. Sure, it looks a little beat up, like my life.
Poor fucking Gumshoe, dog.
Poor Gumshoe.
And I put my heart and soul into building this puppy here, see?
Your heart and soul?
Don't you need those?
Like,
It'll work. Trust me, pal. It'll do the job. But you can't set the sensitivity. So it's going to beep at anything that gives off electromagnetic waves. See?
But isn't it better that way?
Well, anyway, since I brought it all this way, might as well give it a whirl, right, pal?
I'm getting that sinking feeling again.
Okay, now I'll tell you how to use this baby. There's a listening device or some other sort of bug hidden in this room, pal.
So we're going to find it, right?
nah.
Yeah, no, we're just gonna leave.
Right.
Right.
No. Oh,
We're gonna leave. I mean, we're gonna find it. Now, first, Let's turn the sweeper on. Next, move the sweeper around to give the room a real thorough look-see, pal. The sweeper will let you know how strong of a signal it's picking up, so keep an eye on it, okay? Once you find something that's giving off a lot of radio waves, press Enter to lock onto it, see?
Breaking the
There's a
fourth
lot
wall.
of things here that's going to give off radio waves. So let's take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, okay, pal? Alright, I'm going to stand outside and keep an eye out for reasons. Give me a yell if you find the bug. Got it, pal?
I think I know what it is.
Slide to the left.
Dun, slide to the right. Dun, crisscross. I don't know.
This is just a giant stuffed teddy bear, right? It's the biggest one I've ever seen.
Hey, so did you guys find it yet? A listening device, I mean.
You were out there for 2 minutes.
I didn't even get to leave.
No, not yet. But this bear's eyes is.
Let's see. A perfectly normal stuffed bear with some really strong radio waves, see? Sounds like you found a device to me, pal. Let's dig this big fella's eye out and see what we've got, see? See? That word's gonna lose all
No,
meaning.
you can't. Such a violent act.
Oomph.
Rip.
I'm scarred for life.
You're telling me the instantaneous amount of whipping you've been given by an adult woman doesn't?
That's
If I had a nickel for every time Pearls was scarred for life,
I'd have 2 nickels, which is weird that it happened.
Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that's happened twice.
right?
It's a miniature camera, and it looks like there's more.
No.
There's a transmitter and a timer, see?
a what matter?
It's not that fancy of a word. You should not be having trouble with that, Phoenix. Even I know that word.
You
A transmitter, pal.
you said electromagnetic interference, but not okay.
Yeah, even fucking Galaxy's just like, what the fuck?
Is this more of that high-tech stuff?
So this tiny thing is a camera?
It looks like a webcam.
Yep. It's a pinhole CCD camera, pal. It's a small, high-grade video camera mostly used in security systems, see?
So it's a video camera.
It runs on a battery, which comes with it in a set.
But there's no videotape in this camera.
This is only the camera part here, pal. A tape recorder with the tape inside it is somewhere else.
A what a quarter?
Yeah, knowing Phoenix.
Somewhere else?
The footage is changed into radio waves, and then it's sent to that recorder.
So it's sort of like a TV broadcast, isn't it?
Hey, you're right, see?
So what is a transmitter?
Oh my god.
It's a device that sends the footage the camera took to a specific destination. It's like a video version of a listening device, pal.
Looks like it's attached to a small clock-like thing.
Oh, whoa. We're learning. Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, that's a timer,
Oh.
pal. You can set it to turn the camera on and record at a certain time with it.
You can set it for a certain time.
Yep. Let's see. This looks like it was set to start at 8 p.m. and go for 1 hour, see?
8 p.m. That was the time the awards ceremony ended.
There's no date set, so it's been recording every night, I'd guess.
Mr. Detective, how long has this bear been here?
I'm pretty sure it's been here since the night of the murder, see?
Da da da.
Huh?
Then maybe.
Maybe this camera caught the murder on tape.
What?
And if you think about the angle the bear is at, it's bound to have had a clear shot of the whole crime, pal.
So there was a camera in the bear's eye.
And it was disguised as a present.
And I'm sure it was here on the night of the murder, pal. It's pretty big, so it stands out pretty well in my mind.
But who gave Mr. Kurita this present?
I don't know, pal. But this means that someone out there's got a video of what happened here that night, see?
I'll get you, Copper. See you, AP.
Isn't there any way we can find out who that person is?
It's impossible, pal.
Galaxy is.
This too must be
Gundam.
the will of causality.
It's impossible for Galaxy to be anyone other than Gundam Tanaka. It's also
I agree.
impossible because radio waves can be sent almost anywhere, so there's no real way to find out.
Is there really no way to find out?
I got it.
What?
Hey, pal, let me borrow this mini camera for a bit.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to go around to the electronic shops and see if I can find out who bought this, see?
But that's impossible. It's already 9 p.m.
Leave it to me. Even if I have to search all night, I'll find your man, pal.
Bye, camera.
Oh yeah, baby. It's investigating time, see? I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go.
I think that's a medical condition, Gumshoe.
I guess I
He's
got caught.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Mr. Scruffy Detective sure is a nice man.
It's a shame he got fired.
Exactly.
He's pushing himself so hard, all for Mystic Maya's sake.
Mikey.
Oh. It's a mystery how you always manage to do things in the most inefficient ways, right?
Gosh,
You'll
damn
have
it.
to excuse me. I heard your conversation just now.
Edgeworth, what are you doing here?
A rescue team has been created and deployed. I can't say I'm optimistic, but we have to move forward one step at a time.
I see. Thanks.
Don't thank me yet. We still have to find her.
Imagine someone redeeming Too Cool, Too Serious right now. They wouldn't be able to see it, but yeah.
So there was a spy camera hidden in the stuffed animal, huh? You were one lucky man, right?
I mean, we knew that.
Did you
already,
know
but-
the stuffed... Do you know the stuffed bear, little girl?
I have no idea.
Muther. Of course not. The maker of this bear is a very expensive luxury brand from overseas. It's completely handmade, and only a small number of those are exported here.
What?
The camera and the transmitter that Scatterbrain Detective, leave him alone, hook with him are dead ends. Things like those can be bought anywhere. However, this bear is different. By tracking how it got into this country, the bear can tell us who the buyer is.
It was Von Karma.
It was Von Karma.
Can you really do that? Mr. Nick Kenny, really?
Well, I guess so.
It's 9 p.m. I can probably still make it in time. I'll be taking this for now.
He just grabs the entire bear.
Yeah, I'm sure you have other things to do.
Stuffed bear stashed
Stuffed bear
up
stashed
by-
up by Edgeworth. See you soon, right?
Where'd he put it?
But wait, I was about to say, but the bear's still there.
Wait!
What?
Why are you doing this?
I have no interest in explaining myself to someone
Grace,
who cannot
no.
comprehend. I don't want to know what she
Grace.
said. What did Grace say?
Grace redeemed Too Slow 2 ASMR.
Oh, fucking damn it, Grace! But besides that, right. Until court reconvenes tomorrow, you should concern yourself with this question. Who was the person that murdered Juan Corrida?
The real killer.
The... Ah! Do you
We
still
blame
really think
Grace.
it was Adrian Andrews?
To be honest,
Oh, you fucking hate it.
This is madness.
I swear, you still have some time left. Find the truth, right? Everything begins with the truth.
Juan Corrida's the real killer.
Hey, it's
As
over.
Andrews passed,
Sir, it's over.
the kidnapper's soul condition is acquittal
Too
from
slow.
his term.
So,
ASMR is over, Too Slow.
And this card.
No.
okay, you're just doing this
No.
to fucking taunt,
Too slow.
taunt us now at this point.
Maya,
Thank you.
the only
Oh,
way I can
Christ.
save you now is to find all the answers to this case tonight. I don't understand what your real intentions are, Edgeworth. But as you said, all I can do now is find the truth.
To be continued.
To be
To
continued.
be continued.
To be continued.
Oh, fuck.
We've still got 10 minutes left.
All right. Well, we're gonna end it a little early, which is good.
For
We're gonna continue this 2 weeks from today.
2 weeks from today.
2 weeks today, we will pick this up. We'll pick up the second half of the investigation, and then the final trial date. And we'll finish up this season, which will be great.
Make sure you save twice.
I saved
just
twice.
To be safe.
I did. I just did.
Oh, I'm just making sure.
So yeah. We're going to wrap things up. Once again, I want to thank everybody for joining us today. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much for the wonderful cast again. Make sure you follow each of these wonderful people. They're fantastic people. Get them, give them lots of love, and follow them whenever they do stream. So please do hit those buttons for me. Does anybody have anything they want to promote while I go search
B
for
Rice's
songs?
YouTube channel.
There we go. All right.
For fuck's sakes,
Gotta do
every
that.
time.
Every time.
I
Yeah,
have
I have to.
legitimately, I have nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Absolutely nothing that I could think of.
All right. Sounds
I've
good.
had a total of 10 Coca-Colas in the span of the stream.
Actually, let me rephrase. I would like to announce I'm
Sunday.
opening a fund for Sunday's Coke addiction.
I don't have no. Explain Coca-Cola.
Sounds about right.
Coca-Cola.
Sunday needs to be booked into rehab for her addiction to Coke.
All right.
Coca-Cola.
Sunday Kyle,
Good quote,
Yeah,
also.
Coke, the quote is, I probably can't stop my Coke addiction. I love it.
Does anyone
not
understand
understand a
what
word you
Sunday
just
is
said.
currently saying?
I did not
Uh,
understand a word you just said.
she said, I like Coke.
As a bystander, I can confirm Sunday has a Coke edition. Bye.
Ohio
Ohio
folks.
Foss, Ohio
Ohio
Foss.
folks.
what they're doing here.
It sounds like you do.
All right. All right.
Let me
Well,
guess,
I don't
Sunday.
know
The
what's
next words
going
out of
on.
your mouth is you can stop drinking Coke whenever you want, huh?
Grace, please, I don't even like Coca-Cola that much. It was just free.
Subscribe to
Right.
Beat Rice on
Look at it
YouTube.
I already said that, but thanks.
Beat Rice just did a fucking promoting run. Popped in, promoted himself,
Guerrilla
and
promoting.
ran.
I love it.
Bribe promotion.
In that note, tomorrow we're gonna be doing tomorrow afternoon. We're gonna do some of the Cory tomorrow, so we'll be doing that as part of the horror month that we've got going on. And next week, Thursday, we will be finally unpacking Jackbox Party Pack then and playing through those games. You'll probably find me over on Keldor's channel tomorrow night, unpacking those on that side as well. And next weekend, again, no Ace Attorney on Saturday. So Friday, I think we're doing. Is it Dogi Dogi on Friday? I can't remember. No, sorry. Friday is Monster Road Trip with OTG and possibly some other guests. So
I'm dying on the inside.
yeah. So and that will be the one with the Cult of the Lamb integration, which will be kind of interesting to see how that goes.
Look,
I-
Sunday, it's not
I
our fault
did
you have a
plan-
Coke addiction.
I did plan Walking Dead on Saturday, but we just finished that today. Turns out, so we'll figure something out for Saturday, and then Sunday will be Doki Doki. That's what I was remembering. Sunday we'll be finishing up Doki Doki for that. So, let's see. I'm going to we're gonna raid out to a friend of ours. I don't think I've gotten to raid them as of yet. We're gonna raid out to Pigeon Coop. Currently playing some Jackbox Party Pack 10 at the moment. And enjoying that. Pigeon Coop, a variety streamer, plays a variety of things, has just done an impromptu stream playing through that Party Pack 10. So if you want to see what Party Pack 10 looks like, feel free to hang out over at Pigeon Coop stream. And we will be back tomorrow at 3:30. Once again, thank you so much. Sorry for not watching earlier. No problem, Schmitty. Make sure to also follow these wonderful streamers as well. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I just realized my camera hasn't been on this entire time. So hi.
No, you're breathtaking.
So
no, you're breathtaking.
Take care, everybody. Peace out. We'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon. And bye-bye.
Peace out, everyone.